game.
Oh, okay, cool.
Somewhat modern. So I put the DMD color thing in there. It looks nice.
Let's see, I think.
Uh-oh.
It's still
Warning.
going, redirecting.
Third party. Who's the third party?
YouTube.
Oh, there we are. Holy shit. We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
What
Arcade
the hell is
Hangout.
going on?
Wow. Let's see. I guess we should do an intro. Well, welcome back to the Arcade Hangout, the show where a bunch of us arcade collecting friends get together once every 3 or 4 years to talk about the hobby, because it has been at least 3 years, I think, since the last time. But holy shit, here we are. Some of us might be popping in, but there it is. So, what was Dave? You're asking Brad about? Oh, your arcade.
I was asking how's the arcade business going. You still got it?
Still got it.
Still got it. How's
Yep.
Is it
70,
increased? Same?
76 machines on location.
How many?
76.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Awesome.
That's
What's
all.
the biggest earner?
Well, we're by the hour.
Oh, all right. Well, what's the biggest? You know, which one gets plays the most? Or have an idea? Like, God, that one's always got someone standing.
I can give you probably the top 5.
Which are what?
I would say probably Ice Cold Beer.
Okay.
NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, NFL Blitz.
No, I can see it.
In Canada, God knows. Who knew?
Yeah.
People like them 4-player games.
Yeah,
man.
it's fun.
Yeah.
What do you mean in Canada?
Well, you guys aren't the big football, right? It'd be like the hockey version of
the
it.
CFL, the Canadian Football League, was invented before the NFL was.
Yeah, Dave, get your facts
We
straight.
are football people. We're just. I know so many people that go down to Seattle every year to watch the Seahawks play.
Yeah, that's right. You guys have Seattle, huh?
Yeah. Well, there's tour
That's probably
buses.
everyone. That's probably like half the people's team. Seattle.
Yeah. Pole position is probably one.
Wow.
And then 1942. We also have a bunch of candy cabs. We get lots of people that come in just to play candy cabs.
Fighting games and vertical shooters and shit.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cave games and stuff like that on them.
Okay. Huh.
Some days they don't get played at all, but then other days that's all that's being played. It's weird.
What about Fire Escape? How often does that get played?
Surprisingly, it gets played a lot, but a lot of people do not know how to play it. So it's like one, you gotta go up to them, and it's also hard to start because there's no buttons on it, and we're not quarter drop, right? We're free play, so I have a little button on the front that a lot of people just don't see, because almost everything else you just hit player 1 or player 2 start and the game runs.
Yeah.
And then the thing just constantly is the sirens going off.
I have it on a Wi-Fi plug, so I can just reset it real quick.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That happens at carries too.
Coin Rejects, and he said, Jordan said we had a party. It's like people don't know how to start it, and it just keeps going off like fire.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's annoying.
So I've got the high score on it, which is 28.7 million, I think.
Jesus.
Pretty good.
I got the world record.
What is it?
What is it?
It's lower than that, but I had to do it live when Clint was at my fucking house. My top score ever is like 38, I think.
No, mine was 22. Then I thought you got like 30 something.
I don't remember. No, I barely beat it, right, Clint? I barely beat it, and I had 3 other games I was going to go for, so I just moved right off.
It was close.
And then the problem with Clint all up in my Kool-Aid is my game, like when you put a new ball sometimes it kicks out 2 balls, right? Now I've gotten used to just playing with the 2 balls. It doesn't really bother me. I'll just keep playing, But Clint was like, no, that you have to start it over. The game malfunction. I'm like, God damn it. So like there were so many times when I had a good score going, and then they would kick out 2 balls. I'd be like, fuck, put another quarter in there.
I suck at that game. Oh, Adam.
That's a great score, Whip. Have you noticed that when you it gives you a new life at like 5 million and the 5 or 3. But once you hit 20 million, it doesn't give you the free ball.
So then it's just
5 million increments anymore. Yeah. It stops doing that. I think at 20 million.
I didn't know that.
I didn't even notice that.
22,175,000.
Yep.
Of course.
I need to send you a live video of me playing it or something.
No, it has to be Clint. He has to be there.
I have to be live.
No, trust me.
I guess
they got on my case for watching a live stream and submitting the score as me witnessing it. So.
Yeah,
That's
but
what,
if we could do that, I mean, I get in the 30s pretty consistent.
That's
yeah,
what pisses me off
probably
about
could, too.
Twin Galaxies now is that they accept it's like a voter-based thing where they just accept shit. And
Yeah.
like I was looking at the Super Punch-Out world record, and granted, I know who the guy is, and I don't doubt him, but he didn't like none of those scores are live anymore, and that just takes something away. Like I would like okay, I'll just play the game until I have the world record because with Super Punch-Out, it's just an endurance thing. At that point, it's not marathonable until I have it, and then I'll just send that in, and then they can be like, "Wow, this is legit." Like, I mean, I could send in a live stream of me playing it, and like that just doesn't seem right at all to me.
Yeah. When Clint was at my house, I wanted to do that one, and then I wanted to do Ikarri Warriors, and then Clowns, and then if there was time left over, I was going to marathon Tapper. And I could never get past Ikarri Warriors. Clint will tell you how close I came, like 3, 4, 5 fucking times, or freaking times. But
what's the trick to?
Or you can swear.
oh, okay. I try not to. I try not to.
We're not.
There was
I'm not a
one
big swear.
time there was one time in particular where he had 2 lives in reserve, and he got to the final area. He got shot down at the last possible moment. He threw a bomb, which scored some extra points, which was just enough to give him an extra life, and he killed off that. And then the extra life came in, and it was quickly shot down. He just.
I was like 1 or 2 steps.
It was
away
like
from
the impossible
the
situation where as soon as
and as
next
Clint,
life
I don't know if
comes
Clint remembers this, but that was the game in particular where I had probably the most points of any game that I had. Like I really had a boatload of points. It was like 1.560 or something like that.
How close is that to the world record then?
Well, the world record is 1.799, and it's long been considered that it's impossible. I rack my brain sometimes laying at night trying to think of how he would have done it. Oh, that's why
he just basically
needed
to go about another half a screen, and he would have gotten enough points to get the record.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was the screen had to go up like dip, dip, and that was it. And I think it was one of those bombers. They just turn into bombers. If they get too close, they blow you up.
Oh, he walked across.
I walked across a mine.
When his extra life, when his new life comes in, and when he's invulnerable, it walks up to the screen, and as soon as it does, it trips over another missile, a homing missile.
And those in the end in particular are always in different spots, and most of them are in the same spot, but those ones at the end are random, and it's really difficult. Now, I've heard that you've heard the swastika theory, right? I've seen versions of Ikarri Warriors where the enemy tanks have swastikas, and I probably have bought 6 boards trying to find the one with the swastikas, and I just can't find one. So, but I'm thinking maybe that version has different rules. Maybe that was an earlier version, a test version, and then they're like, we shouldn't have these swastikas, so they took them out, and then they added something that prevents you from getting whatever Stan Stapakanowski or whatever his name is got for the 1.799. That's my theory.
Or it has been a hack on MAME or something that someone's done.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
No, because the record's it's an old record. It's 1987. So shortly after the game came out. That's why a lot of people think it's BS.
There we go.
That's one of the things I don't get to do much is I don't having an arcade. I don't get to play very often anymore.
I keep clicking on the wrong chat. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it is the right link. Okay.
We're alive.
I keep clicking on the wrong thing because the YouTube stream and the Zoom look identical. And on my little laptop screen, like I think I'm posting a link. and then I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm posting the same link into YouTube. So it doesn't really help. But yeah, fucking
my YouTube chat is grayed out. Anyone else? I can't.
No, I'm chatting in it.
I know. I see that.
It pops up for me, but then there it is.
Dave's banned
I could talk
from all your obscene language.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Ooh, all right, I'm going to take this opportunity now to before I do that, before I make my cocktail, let's talk about a couple of elephants in the room, namely Gleek. We haven't seen you in it's longer than 4 years. It's more like 2016.
Yeah, well, I'm still around on the Claw area, and I
You
don't
still
do it
lurk?
much. I don't. What's that?
You still lurk on the claws?
No, I post too.
Oh, you
It's
do.
in a few threads. You
Just
know.
piss off people like you used
No,
to. Just
I don't know if I piss people off, but
He's done. All
I'm
the
in the
photos are
Christmas
just gone
Secret
now.
Santa thread. I'm in some Commodore 64 guy. Found my leak
okay.
hacked thing from when I was a kid. That was awesome. And I'm in the vinyl collectors thread. So a few.
Okay. So all right. So then I gotta. I know you briefly mentioned, but on the chat, but not here. Like what? So when did you get out of the? Because you're not in the collecting arcade
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
anymore, right?
I had my peak was about 35 games for four pinballs, and it took over my house, my condo here, and I had a storage unit, and one day I just decided just to sell it all,
Yeah.
just to regain my life again. You know, took over it, and there was never any intention of making money in the hobby. It was just the amount of money I was spending in the hobby.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you, man.
So yeah,
That's
so
a lot of games.
Well, the good news is usually when you sell everything, you become whole again because the prices have gone up so much since over the
true.
years.
So I kept one pinball. It's called what was it called? Shooters or some kind of 8-ball billiards game, and
Oh,
then
okay.
Tutankhamun cocktail unit. So
I'm down to one game
Oh,
too,
nice.
buddy. That's
Star
all I
Wars.
got.
Yeah,
Star
right.
Wars.
you can't do much with me with money.
All right, I'm kidding.
Well, after all the money you got from was it fishusa.com?
Oh yeah, my big jackpot. No, they're not paying me out. They're having an issue. I emailed them. I'm like, yeah. So the episode aired. Where's my money? I was gonna give all my kids fishing poles for Christmas.
How much did you win?
Yeah.
3,300, something like that, right, Jimbo?
Scott Bardell was
3,700.
on
Those over 2,000. I know that
fishing
much.
reality show in Australia.
You can buy so much shit fishing gear for 2,000 for whatever, a couple of $1,000,
Well,
$3,000.
Jimbo, so what I was going to do was I was going to buy the nice $1,000 rod and reel medium action combo, right? Like a really nice one. And then, just a bunch of rods and reels and crap,
Yeah,
whatever.
tackle and
But
whatnot.
I like have one rod and reel. I would never in a million years spend that much money
What did they
on.
say when you said like, where's my money?
They're having beef with Fish USA.
What did
is that their main?
show?
That's got to be their main sponsor.
Well, you have to understand he has his own tackle store in Australia, and they partner in Australia. They partner with Wilson Fishing, right? So when he came over to America, like the episode he posted right before he visited me he was at Bass Pro Shops. I thought they were going to do a deal with Bass Pro Shops.
Wait, let me pause.
Apparently,
you right
it didn't
there.
work, and they had to go with Fish USA.
Let me pause you there because all of our 5 arcade collecting viewers who would love to know that you were on a fishing show.
Oh, nobody cares. I was on a
viewers are
stupid
probably
fishing
us.
show.
Yeah, well, that's probably true.
No, I mean,
and
it was-
YouTube Punk.
Yeah,
It was cool. The guy showed up. My sister was on the show. My sister lives in Australia, right? And so he wanted to expand from Australia into the States. And he had like 3 subscribers, right? It's subscriber based. If you're subscribing, get picked for the show. So anyway, he wanted to expand. So we did 6 people from the States coming over to Australia to fish with Australians. And he didn't have even enough people. So he asked my sister, he's like, "You're American. Do you know anyone in America that wants to be on the show?" She's like, "My brother would." So they came over and surprised me last Thanksgiving. And yeah, in February, March, they flew me over. We went fishing in Tasmania, then up in Gladstone. And
It was a fun watch.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a fun
watch.
watch.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, man. It was cool.
Hello.
All these
Oh.
kids these days on their goddamn phones.
Yeah.
Well, but Dave has more than one phone, so
Yeah, which iPhone is that, Dave?
how many?
That's his burner. That's his burner phone.
Yeah, can't talk about it. Who is that, Dave?
It said no caller ID. Somebody fucking with me. It said, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please?" I know. I have a feeling my 12-year-old's gonna come down here laughing that he. Oh, yeah.
I got this random call saying, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?"
So did I. Are you messing? I knew you were.
I was
I know you were.
yeah.
I knew you were. I knew
Yeah,
you.
NBC saying that.
I know. I just said it. I go, my 12-year-old's gonna come down here. And
If you put *67, it says no caller ID.
oh, that's the best thing in the world, isn't it? Yeah, I guess he just learned something new today.
Oh
Oh,
no.
my friends told me that.
I know.
What was the lookup? Was it *69? I think was the old
Mhm.
Who's
lookup,
that?
but it would cost you. It was like
Jim.
10. It was like 10 cents or
Jim is-
something
I
like
don't know
that.
who that is. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
who that is.
you don't know who this.
Does
I
anyone
don't know
remember
who
the
that
number
is.
for
That's
time?
what-
Remember where you could call
You
and
were
get the
like real
time?
young when.
No, I don't remember that one.
It's in a Simpsons episode.
Heck.
Oh
She's
yeah,
addicted
it's
to
yeah.
the
You
Corey
This
hotline.
guy right here looks fresh.
You remember the number for time, Dave?
no, it wasn't at 555-1212, or that was just information.
I don't know. I never called time, but I know you could.
I never called. This is the time and temperature. It was the time and temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. But *69 was like, whoa, there's no more hanging up.
Yeah,
it's
crazy
like, no more
technology.
like calling the girl to see her
Wow.
voice go hello, click.
Oh,
It's
let's
like
see.
boop boop.
Yeah.
YouTube Punk. Oh, how's it? My Wonka is doing well. YouTube Punk. It's actually at one of my friends' houses here in Minnesota because I'm not living in Minnesota for the moment. I'm for the last little over a year I've been living in California. So everything that I have is in a storage unit except for my Wonka pin, my dartboard, and my Big Blue cabinet, my Street Fighter cabinet. All three of those things are at my buddy Jason's house, who lives not far from where I used to live. And he's the one person I trust with all that stuff. So it's been doing well.
It'll be like both of ours. We'll just keep it at your house.
Yeah, I'll watch it for you. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I'll look after it. But part of that actually worked out really well because when I was getting that storage unit and it's climate controlled and stuff, I didn't realize that I couldn't find any insurance that had a higher cap than $15,000. And so, like, if I put my Wonka in there and like one game, there it is.
$15,000.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of stupid. And I'm using a third-party insurance company because I didn't want to pay for the insurance that was included in the storage company's storage unit because they charge.
Why the Wonka? Why'd you leave the Wonka? I'm confused.
No, my Wonka's in my buddy's house. He's looking at.
Yeah, but why didn't you just take it with you over to
California? Because there's no space in her garage, dude.
Well,
she
kick
has to,
something else
she has
out
to
of there.
sell-
Wonka's nice, man. I'm sure she's got some crusty game that can go into
Some
somebody's house.
Well, I'll let her talk about that when Harry gets on
reactor,
here.
some junk. Get that.
Yes,
out of there.
yeah. Get iRobot and Reactor out of there, and
get it out of there.
then our dogs can jump all over it. Holy shit! Just and Mock.
What's up, everybody?
Wow.
Yo.
Gak has some obligation. He's with his sister, his family, and so he's thought that he'd be popping on pretty late. Like, and I'm like, well, it's Saturday, so whatever.
Yeah.
But he was like, I think I might be able to get home by like 9. I'm like, okay, so 11. I'm like doing the math.
Yeah.
I'm so on Pacific time that like making the change and just looking at my clock here is like mind fucking me. Like that 2 years just blows my mind. Like I used to do this all the time, but after living there now, it's I could do Pacific to Eastern real quick. So I'm like, oh, 3 hours, that's brutal. But then I'm like Central, and then like if I was doing Andrew's Mountain time would really fuck me up.
Yeah. Is that 2 hours? I think
1
or 1 hour.
1 hour later
Okay.
than
So yeah,
Pacific,
I
yeah.
can't keep up with it. Yeah. So yeah, how's everybody doing, man? It's been a long time. I
know, I
wanted to see everybody and say hi.
It's been a minute. I was actually thinking like we can't really do roundtable because everyone's screen looks different, but I was like we should almost do a what's new type of thing. Actually, I haven't asked Adam what's new with you there, Adam.
Not much. Same old work, and I haven't really been doing much with the arcades for a long time. Actually,
How's that pole position stuff come about?
So that's
over there.
You
knew that was coming.
I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So ironically,
I wasn't gonna go there.
That's been progressing.
Somebody
this past
had to.
year. Yeah, I know. I get it. I get it. It's fine.
That one's got a RAM error now. The one you see in the thing, it's like hit or miss.
It's only
is it
because
really?
everybody
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
it,
yeah.
is why
I know,
we
I know.
ask.
So I actually I was on the fence about abandoning it just because I was running out of time and I was running out of motivation and whatever. And then a couple guys in the community, I don't know if you know these guys like Turbo Rhode Island, he's on Clav, he's local to me, and Scott Swayze, who did the what was it, the Tempest FPGA. They're close, and like I said, Jay's relatively close to me, so he invited me over. We came and hung out for a while and chatted from them, and it kind of got me all back excited about the project again.
Nice, nice. I'm pumped.
So within the past year, I pretty much have it wrapped up. There's actually a box of prototypes right behind me. So I'm gonna be there's one small issue I gotta take care of, and then I'll be sending them out to I don't want to butcher his last name. Is it Yemenes? Dan Yemenes. He's like the world record holder of
Nah, that guy's a bum. You need to send one to me. No,
yeah.
no. Yeah. That
So-
guy's awesome. That guy's awesome. If you
So,
want someone to test it out,
Him and
that's
I
the
have been
guy.
in contact for a long time. He's always been excited about the project and was always like, whatever you need, I'll be sure to help you out. And so I'm going to send one or two his way. I got some I'm going to send to Jay because he actually owns two local arcades, one in the Massachusetts area, one in the Rhode Island area, so that I can actually get some, aggressive playing time. These games will be in use all the time.
Nice.
So hopefully if all that goes well, I'm sure there'll be some minor issues I'll have to tweak here and there, but it's like right at the finish line.
I wasn't
so to
expecting you to
speak,
say that. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was
Like-
like it was touch and go. I mean, like you guys, the arcade thing. It was a big part of my life. I would say 10 years ago. Super excited about it, but I've grown to love other hobbies as well. Those of you who follow me, I'm into like paramotoring now, or I'm flying and do other stuff, and so I've kind of moved on, so to speak, from the arcade thing. But I love the technology. I love the history and the reverse engineering, all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff still excites me. So yeah, and I've gone so far with it. It's like if I could just get it over the finish line, then I would feel I feel that I
so close.
Yeah,
Before you
exactly.
before you completely abandon everything, Adam, though,
Yeah.
finish that one FPGA project that the one I'm talking
So
about.
that one's done. That's
It's
the thing.
done?
That one's done. Yes, but ironically, it's like, do I? So there's other games that I have that are, and Jim knows this. There's other games that are done, but I feel like I need to do pole position justice and get it out first, and then once that happens, then I'll release the other. But I have a few other titles.
Well, it doesn't matter
that are done,
anyways
and they've
because
been done for a little while, so.
that the game that I'm excited about is
Yeah.
in my storage unit, and I can't even. You messaged
Yeah.
me literally like a month after I moved to California,
Right.
And I'm like, God, I can't. Even...
Yeah, it was ready. It was ready. I had finished that. So I mean, the one thing that was good about pole position is that it was such a treacherous journey that it got me to the point where I could churn out other games rather quickly. And so I had kind of like the framework put in place for like developing these games. And so yeah, once pole position was done, the other games were not that far
so
behind.
excited.
But what a pain in the ass that game is, though. Pole position, though, from a hardware perspective, it's like half a dozen processors and they're all trying to talk to each other and have it all. It's just, in hindsight, it probably wasn't the ideal first project to work on, but it is what it is. So
everything's.
Do you think it's harder for you to re-engineer for the actual original engineers to have made it in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, so some of the stuff, like that's what I'm working on now. It's like the game will just it'll hang. It'll say press start button to continue. So I don't know if you guys know this, but like Atari had contemplated, or I guess it was Namco, having a start button for the game. So you put your coin in, and the screen comes up, and it says press start to continue.
Sometimes mine says press start.
Exactly.
Like weird. I'm like, what is this? Why is this? It's all getting messed up.
And if you look at the harness, the start button is grounded. And so basically it's like your fingers just sitting there jamming on the start button. So you should never see that screen. If you see that screen, it's because there's a microcontroller, what's a Namco custom, that's monitoring start button, it's monitoring dip switches, it's monitoring all that stuff, and it's feeding that information to one of the other CPUs. It's a Z80 when it asks you, hey, what's going on with the dip switches? What's going on with the coins and whatever. So there's this loop there. But if something goes awry, then it's like, well, how do you know what is it with the Z80? Is it with this other stuff? And so lately I found myself having to reverse engineer all of the assembly for a lot of those microcontrollers to figure out, okay, who's screwing up here? Is it the Z80? Is it this microcontroller? Is it one of these Z8002s? And so that's
what
the part
is this?
That's the stuff that's really painstaking, is the way that they all share the same memory, so they're all like writing information and that can collide with each other, and it's a complete it's a complete.
You might as
mess.
well make it like a spin-off analyzer of pole positions where you plug it in and it tells you what's wrong with it.
Just sounds like a bunch of spaghetti code.
It's
I think you're gonna find a lot of love.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing too. So like Jay came out with his thing, pie position, and it was like, is that good enough to satisfy the masses? Like, should I continue to go through, or I don't have any experience. I've never played with it.
Never will be. It never.
I would
will
never
be.
buy that. No,
Okay.
Junk.
I mean,
I'd rather fiddle fart around with my non-working one and play it 10%
it's like
of
the
the
crack
time.
addict. All right, I have
Something's better than
I want
nothing.
crack, and so
Right,
we have this. It's gonna at least it'll make it work.
Right.
Because it's all that was out there.
Yeah.
It's like something so I can. I'm sick.
Yeah, we need Crafty to get in here. He was supposed to join because like he'd say the same thing.
So one thing I have. At one point, I had 3 or 4 pole position cabinets. I've got one in the arcade's been there since day one. I don't want to jinx anything, but it's been working since day one. And I've also got a cockpit, but we brought all the boards out. Every single one of my board sets is fully functional, right from like picking them out of barns and stuff. Never had a problem with the pole position board.
That's awesome.
But I would love
only
to
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
God, lucky.
Wood.
Oh, can we talk about your other projects, or do you want to keep that on DL?
I have to keep that in deal. That's the other thing that I've learned from this project is not to announce anything, right? And so
unless it's me asking.
Well, you're announcing it to 3 whole people watching us.
Because what happens is that was the other thing too, is like, I feel like I'm just about there, and then all of a sudden the game would crash in a different way. And as I analyze the game, I figure, now I got to go and reverse engineer this a little bit more, or reverse engineer the assembly, and then I got over that hurdle. I think it's ready to be released, and then another thing would hang, like just completely random. The sound would be completely off in a particular minor thing to some people, but like this, I can't sell this for hundreds of dollars and have people be like, what the hell is this? And so so anyway, meanwhile I'm getting massive emails, massive IMs, whatever. Hey, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? And it's just like, which I appreciate, but it was like,
what year did you start doing
it's
this?
funny.
In 2024, what year did you start this?
I think, believe it or not, I think it was 2010. As I looked through some of my stuff.
10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No soundboard.
Are we allowed to put feature requests in?
Where's the soundboard for
Pete's
sake?
I'm at my parents. Guy. I'm on a little stupid laptop. The bad light. I know. I have to provide
Bush
it now
League.
all myself.
Bush League.
Getting called up by Adam here. Yeah. Well, my process for preparing is I need to make a cocktail because I'm out of beer right now.
Is it too late for feature requests, I guess?
Yeah. Feature request.
Well, I mean, it depends on so that was the other thing I did too. And talking with Scott, he's like, because I had a menu and blah, 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 you could select between the games. He's like, get rid of that. And Jay was like the same thing. He's like, get rid of that. He's like, for 2 reasons. One is chances are a lot of your sales are going to be from guys who are going to be, operators, right? Like yourself, Orange Whip. So, guys are having barcades now, and they basically just person wants to sit down, press the pedal, boom, the game starts, and you're going.
People get confused with menus.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So even though it was slick with the steering wheel and made the cars pop up, and which one do you want, 1 or 2? I decided to take that out. And the other thing that Scott told me was like, it's just another thing you're gonna have to debug. It's just another thing you're gonna have to work through. He's like, forget about that. Focus on the game. Get the game working. Get it out there.
Keep it simple.
But it's going to be able to play 1 and 2.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
But there's just not going to be a menu. It's going to be you're going to have to
exactly. So
switch.
The way it works now is you tap it to start, and you hold the pedal, and it'll switch games. So the game is smart enough to know whether you're in game or whether you're in the track mode and just kind of just playing, right? And so that was the other thing I had to figure out, like where in assembly does it say, okay, now you are in the game, or okay, now we're going back to a track mode.
Can you turn that feature off?
You can, yeah. So there's all of that stuff.
Because I have kids that will just sit there and hold the pedal down all the time.
Exactly, yeah. So it won't switch games while you're actively driving. Once you finish a race and you're back to the track mode, if at that point you tap the pedal, it'll start the game. Or if you just hold the pedal down, within a second, boom, it'll flip over to pole position 1 or pole position 2, depending on what game you're previously playing. And so it's smarter to do all that stuff.
So I have a question. I'm sure you've come across this and people have asked this, and this would just, I know it's probably not possible or whatever, but would be badass to be able to change the billboards to whatever photo you want.
Yeah.
So that's definitely
awesome
doable.
idea.
That would be a separate project for sure.
billboard
but it's basically
editor.
just analyzing the sprites and
Like if I could put my logo on the
Oh, yeah.
billboards as you're whipping
Yeah.
by, that'd be so cool.
yeah,
You would make
Whipping,
that
whipping
into
by
a,
orange
Yeah.
whip.
yeah, he would make that into a mobile app, Brad, and then you would upload your design.
there
to-
you go. Yeah.
Well,
Do it
that
on
could
the
be an
fly.
add-on when you sell the boards. If you want something,
I
there,
would
can
just
do
draw
it on one
dicks on them.
billboard.
So-
Like that's
so here's-
$300.
here's something I'll share with you guys. That's kind of cool. So in the process of going through the assembly, I got to the point where I documented a ton of it. And this is actually an idea that Clay and I had come up with, was that now I can detect how fast you're going. And so there's a little port on the board that you can hook up to our Arduino to a set of gauges. One is your speed
sick.
and one is your attack. And then as you're playing the game, you can see the, shifting through the gears, and you can see the speed going up. And you can have a topper on top of your game that has what they call the Christmas tree, the drag race Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And when you
Oh,
start
that'd
the
be
race,
cool.
where it's like beep, 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 like it'll advance through the lights. And so, yeah. So if you guys wanted to, butcher your cabs and cut into the nice front stick
yeah.
decal there, and actually insert like, RPM gauges or speedometers, whatever, you can
That'd be
mess around with
sweet.
that stuff. But that's a whole side thing. But there's a little port on there that allows kind of add-on features.
If anybody needs an extra bezel, I've got like 6 or 8 of them sitting off to the side. So
you and a lot of other people like Jay too.
Yeah, I
he's
just
like,
need
I got a
my
whole
shit
bunch
to
of
work. I just need
I
my
got
shit
an
to
extra
work,
one, too.
dude. No fancy stuff.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like it. Look, it says Ram 6 error right now, and sometimes it says start. And Carter turned the arcade on today, and I heard it. He goes, "Pole position working?" He goes, "For a minute."
Yeah.
Because I heard it upstairs. I'm like, "Shit, it's working."
I'm knocking on wood because again, ours has been running for almost 5 years now, no problem.
That's
I
I
amazing.
sent mine to a guy from Texas. Everything I sent to repair, and he had it for like a year. I got it back, and it did work, but
Mine right now, you turn it on and it looks like it'll work. Everything's looking great. There's no glitches. There's no nothing. And there's no way to coin it up. You coin it up and you put coin, it doesn't register.
Oh, interesting.
That's what it's
Okay.
currently doing.
Yeah.
It's not what
as
it
soon
was
as you
doing.
got on here, Adam, all I
What
did
it
was look at
doing
my
now, though.
screen to see how you could see it in the fucking screen.
I
It's
have
not
wiring or
working.
I can see it right there. Yeah. There's
You
no
can
glow.
see, you
I
can see the
it.
blue coming out.
Yeah.
That's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Looks like it's
hearing
working
it.
to
It's
me.
blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
There's a nice
it says
glow
Ram
to it.
6 error.
Yeah.
By the way, Adam, I'm not trying to change the subject, but did you hear my story I was in the middle of it when I first saw you pop on. I couldn't believe it.
I heard something about
the
fishing.
Ikarri
but that-
Warriors with the
Oh, yeah,
swastika on the enemy tanks.
I remember
The
that. I
only
remember
person
that.
I've ever seen that has one is yours.
Oh, are
Yours
you
has it.
serious? Oh, really?
Yes, it was in John's arcade. Adam gets the 666 Ikarri Warriors.
Yeah.
And you guys are playing, and I'm watching it, and John Jacobson goes, I don't remember there being swastikas
Oh,
on the
so I
enemy
have the
tanks. And I
swastika
was like,
version. Interesting.
I have never seen any swastikas on the enemy tanks.
I
You have
remember
the
playing
only
that
one I've ever
when I was a
seen.
kid. Really? So
Well,
you
you
can't.
I've never
so-
seen another one. I
If you go
probably
on-
own 6 boards now.
Conspiracy.
So if I Google this right now on MAME, I won't find the swastika
You need to
version.
dump it.
No, well, no,
Dump 'em.
I don't know about MAME, but I'm talking
Okay.
like I need the real deal so Clint can verify me.
Well, that's
so
what I
can
mean.
break the
Yeah,
world
if you
record.
can
That's
find
weird.
it, if you can
Yeah.
find the version on MAME, you can download it or
Burn 'em.
give it to Hobby ROMs or whatever. They'll burn you a set, and
Yeah.
if there's
Oh, are
not
you
one out there,
serious?
I'll absolutely burn mine. But yeah, the MAME
Yeah.
ROMs are dumped from the original arcade ROM. So
Dump 'em.
you can go in the reverse direction too. You can contact Hobby ROMs and say
Yeah.
this is the set I want. He'll burn you a set, and
Okay, because I have literally been buying boards. Every time I see a
Oh,
board,
I
I buy
gotcha.
it, hoping. Because in upstairs I have
It's like
the one where
Andrew
it
with
has the-
fucking.
it's not the JAMA. The one
brass
downstairs is JAMA. The one upstairs is non-JAMA. So I have both. So I bought one that came directly from Japan. That's a different
Oh,
version,
okay.
but
Dun, dun,
none
dun,
of
dun, dun,
them
dun, dun.
have the
I'm
swastikas.
at my board.
you know,
I
you don't
can't
have
find
his-
them.
That's
So I
your
just-
punishment. That's your punishment, Jim. You need to manually do all the sound effects.
All the
yourself.
sound effects, anything
Yeah.
I can think of.
Da-da-da-da-da.
At least I don't need to look for it now. I just have to
Oh, man.
verbalize it.
That's
Oh
funny.
no!
It should just be a ROM swap, really, right?
That's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are smarter than me. I don't know I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know how to spell swastika. I'm trying to Google this. I'm horrible.
It's like it's one word like SWASTIKA or
Yeah, there's a
KKA or
KA
something.
at the end.
Oh yeah, look at that swastika ROMs.
Actually, what it says,
Now you're gonna get
the
this
Japanese version had the swastika in it.
No,
is
it
that what it
didn't.
was?
It didn't. I had the Japanese version.
And it looks like it's on the
Hold on,
red
I'm gonna
carpet
paste
at
you
the
the
end.
link that I'm reading, and
Oh,
it's
damn.
I'm looking at pictures of the Japanese version right now, and the main screen at the end is a carpet leading up to the main bad guy.
Yeah,
and
the
it's got
red carpet.
a big mega swastika right on the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yours has swastikas on the enemy tanks.
Damn, this is quite
Yeah.
the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Maybe yours was
talking
ROM
about this
swapped to the
forever.
US ROM.
Adam's, yeah, I see that
And
Jack
because-
Arcade, he had the one.
I'll see it, Adam,
Yeah.
because your yours is 666, so that's a pretty early run. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
I don't know
that's why
nothing
I'm
about the
thinking
game. You tell
maybe
me.
the early ones.
that number's
Add
quite
that.
ironic.
Oh
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
say-
I'm sure the original ones did, and then parents complained, and then they had to swap it out
Yeah,
with a different.
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm. That's
That makes
exactly what I'm
sense.
thinking.
Yeah.
And then maybe they were like, you know what, we want to turn this into more of a quarter muncher. How are we going to do that? Oh, let's have these enemy bombs come down so you can't point press.
Right.
I'm hoping there's something like that, or just some kind of difference
Sure.
that allows you to be able to point press and get, because everyone believes that guy's score is a bunch of bullshit.
Mm.
And I'm willing to think that maybe it's not, and maybe we're missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
What a
Double
great game!
points.
I love that game.
And he
That's,
wants
that's
me
another
there.
game
I
I would
love it.
absolutely love to do is Ikarri Warriors because it's got the same hardware as what's the other one? Not Road Warrior, is it? Or something. What's it called?
Heavy barrel.
Victory Road.
Heavy
Victory
barrel.
Road. Victory Road.
Yeah.
Hey, heavy
Barrel.
barrel.
Yeah, that's Bardelli's favorite attract sounds.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
ah,
the
ooh,
best.
ah, ooh, ah,
Yeah,
ooh.
He goes, I gotta turn the track mode up. It sounds like
A male orgy, as he
yeah.
said.
He goes behind me here.
Oh, male
But it's
orgy,
just
that's
like
what it
it's no
sounds like.
different than Bad Dudes though at the beginning. Ah, ah.
or the double dragon.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Got it.
heard,
Kelly,
I
by
heard
the way,
a story that
Coin Rejects keep saying because they brought you up one of the episodes. You're supposed to send them Ikarri
Ah.
Warriors to play.
Oh,
They're still waiting. Well, Randy Watson never sent us to the Ikarri Warriors.
Oh
We
yeah,
play
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, Jimbo can tell you how good I am at mailing stuff, and
Yeah, but they talked
Fantastic.
about
Canadian
it.
Adam. I'm terrible. Jimbo, it's literally sitting right here, buddy.
I know exactly what he's grabbing. Yep.
What is it?
Jimbo.
box.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's
So
the
what?
Was
address.
that Simpsons? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
a
was
wrong.
live.
It's not even your address.
It's not my
anymore.
address.
That's live, by the way.
We're gonna have to censor that
Well,
out.
he doesn't
now.
live there
Yeah,
anymore.
I
It's been
don't live
sitting
there
there.
anymore.
It's been sitting right there for 4 years.
Yeah, don't send it
It's-
there.
It's my sister dated the guy that like Chuck Schultz or whatever, a Simpsons
Oh.
like dude.
He did a Chuck.
And so she
Schultz
has the
did do,
Treehouse of Horror, like I don't know, 9 or
he did
something.
Peanuts.
And it's signed by
Oh,
him.
it's
And
Schultz.
Jimbo was like, I want one of those. I was like, oh, dude, I got an extra one. I'll send it to
Isn't
you.
there a
It's literally
Schultz that
been
did the
sitting
Peanuts
for years.
cartoon?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Chuck Schultz, I thought, did Peanuts. Yeah.
I don't know what his name. I'm not going to open
Matt
the thing
Groening.
up.
Yeah.
No. It's Chuck Schultz. He's like an executive. He's one of the guys that
It's
banks them.
Charles Schultz did Peanuts.
Charles
Yeah.
and Chuck is the
It's
same damn
Chuck-
name.
Chuck
Wow.
Schwartz. I don't know. Something.
Charles went by Chuck though.
Okay.
All right.
His
Well,
inner
well,
circle of friends called him Chuck.
Maybe.
I might have to make a cocktail soon, but I want to ask first. I keep stalling. But I wanted Mock, what do you still have games?
Oh yeah. No, I've been kind of. Wait, what's all that noise?
What happened?
Okay.
On your
No,
side.
I've been sort of out of the scene. I've had I still have games, but oh, I know what's going on. Sorry. Okay. My YouTube thing just popped up and I'm hearing a past of us talking. I thought you guys were good. Okay, no, I had a death in the family. I lost my mom
Oh, shit, I'm
the
sorry.
day
Oh,
after Christmas
Oh, fuck.
last year.
Wow. Oh,
And
man.
I've been taking care of my dad, and he's got Alzheimer's and dementia.
Oh, that
it's getting
fucking
worse
sucks.
as it goes. Yeah, it's been a huge handful. It's been rough. Some days are better than others. It's killed me from being able to do things. Like I was supposed to go on a trip to with my wife to Cancun, but I can't just because I got to be there for him. And there's times like Jim, I was supposed to meet you guys, and I had to cancel that because my dad was having a really bad weekend.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see you guys, and I canceled a trip to see Andrew's brother and friend, and I couldn't see them either. And it's just some days are great, and I can get away, and otherwise I can't. But yeah, no, I'm still in the scene. I still have games.
Still have your Robotron and your cocktail and stuff.
Yeah, I got
Pins.
a cocktail. It died. I got a power supply issue with it. I got to replace. It's one of those things. You know what it is. You just got to take care of it.
Yeah,
you know, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, I know what it is. I'll take care of that later.
Yeah.
But I still have my Assault. I'm gonna probably be selling that. I might be throwing another pin in there. I have 3 pins still. The Medieval Madness, Tron Legacy, and Monster Bash limited edition. So those have been a lot of fun. And Keith's been buying up a lot of. He's been selling a lot of his stuff and just getting the '90s pins that we all love. The best,
yeah, he
the
talked
best.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
God, they're so good. He's got such a killer lineup now. It's
That was
just
the
fun.
last like really long, or yeah, one of our phone conversations. He was talking about that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he just recently picked up a safe cracker. Do you guys remember that one with the coin that
that's
pops
cool.
out?
Yeah.
And he has them all set up with coins and everything. And I played it, and the first time I played it, it was really mushy flippers. I was like, this sucks. You gotta fix this. So he did. He rebuilt the flippers, and then when I came back again, I was rocking on it. And I actually, my second game, I unlocked a coin and it popped out. And I didn't know this, but if you put that coin back in the machine, it makes a sexual sound. You hear this girl's voice go, it's like, what? And he goes, yeah, that's a secret mode. You put the coin in, and it's a secret game. That's just only if you unlock the coin. It knows that coin is a different game. Yeah.
All right, here's the poster.
Oh, what are we looking
What
at?
does it say down there? I think it's something Schultz.
No, somebody commented, or it's Carrie. Bill Schultz
Bill.
was the guy.
No, that's not it. What does it say down there?
We can't see it.
Can't
It's
see
that-
it.
Oh, it's like, wrong thing.
Bill Schultz is animation.
Sheets.
Chuck
It's
Sheets.
sheets, dude.
like Sheets gets
That's Schultz.
You're close.
Schultz
Piece of
sheets. What's the
sheets.
difference?
Schultz sheets. What the sheet?
Shit the Schultz, shit the sheets, you know.
Shit, oh, that game sounds cool.
But with the Gleek, I heard Gleek sold his games, but I'm
Yeah.
glad that you guys still come on here and just so we could all say hi again and everything, because I do miss everybody. It's just it seems like a lot of us have kind of done off to do other things and stuff. And
You know what's funny?
Jim, I heard you moved to California. I'm like, how do you like the weather out here?
Well, now that
It's
I'm back
snowing
in
right now.
Well, I'm back in Minnesota right now visiting.
Oh
my
yeah,
parents.
you're visiting parents
Hence
for
the
holidays.
the laptop and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, so yeah, we I moved out there October of 23, and so it's been a little over a year now.
Yeah.
And
you and Carrie haven't killed each
we
other.
haven't
That's
killed
good.
each other. Granted, she hasn't popped on yet.
Carrie's
so, no.
here, but not here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but no, it's been good.
Great.
Like we're used to, like, we have our routines, and we both work during the day, and we do, it's been good. We've been
Do you
saving
work at a similar job out there, like with the police force, or no?
So I'm still working my same job, but
Well,
I've been
no.
remote. I've been full-time remote since
What do you do in
the
Kelly?
pandemic. What's that?
What kind of work do you do in Kelly?
It's same stuff that I've always done for the city, where I'm their evidence technician.
Cool.
Plus drug dealer. He added that to the resume.
Plus drug deal. Well, yeah, they're both for the city.
Crack now.
Hey Jim, we got Night Flyer in here now. He has a sound effects board. If he gets that going,
If he can even get it in, because I think we have so much chatting. I was like, originally I was like, I'm not gonna have my soundboard, but then I'm like, there's so much shit to just catch up on. Like, I'm not gonna have,
true.
like,
Give us a
I used to
demo,
use
though,
that just to
Night
fill
Flyer.
dead space.
I got to hear about Dave getting a Dragon's Lair behind him.
Yeah, well, I have the whole arcade.
I'm gonna make a
now.
cocktail.
Yeah,
What's
look
up,
at that.
guys?
No,
It's been a while.
It's beautiful because it was it's running Dexter, and it's got all of my friend Warren's like the woodworker. It was missing a chunk. Well, boy, what an ass this guy! I got it from this before COVID. I made a deal. It was $12.50, or I think it was $1,200. And I sent him a message. I go, hey, I'm local. I'm just across the bridge. And he goes, well, I got someone. He goes, I think someone offered me $1,200 or whatever. And I go, well, $12.50 buy it? He goes, yeah. I'm like, all right. So we made the deal, and then it wasn't working. It had 2 Laserdisc players, and it was missing a chunk about the size of a frisbee out of the one side. He said it fell. He had the chunk, but it fell and hit. And he goes, that's why I decided to sell it, because I moved it. And I'm like, screw it. So then
was it Craig from Toronto area or no?
No, it's
Some other dude.
yeah. I won't say his name, but not that but he so we made the deal, then all of a sudden COVID happened. And then it was like 2 years. And then when it finally was like or everything was lifted, he said, I'm having an issue with my storage unit. They locked the door. I can't get at the games. I got to cancel the deal. I'm like, all right. But he goes, get back. You know, can I reach? I asked, can I reach out to you later? He's like, yeah. So I reached out to him like, I don't know. I want to say, well, I think because it was 19. Yeah, when we made the deal, then we weren't. Then or it was like, no, it was right before COVID. And then that happened. Then I think it was like a year. And then I reached out to him. He goes, yeah, I have access again. And then, but then he wanted 1,500. He added money. And I'm like, ah, you prick. So whatever. And the only reason I'm saying is I'm happy to get the game. But so I got what am I going to do? It's across the bridge. Like, it's like anywhere else I'm going to have to pay for shipping if I wanted one. So I got it. Of course it doesn't work. So basically I'm getting a non-working Dragon's Lair. But there was also supposed to be a PCB with it, and when I picked it up, I forgot to ask, like, where's the extra PCB, an extra one? And then I sent him a bunch of messages, and he ghosted me. He never got back.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because then he had one of his minions was I had 2 Space Invaders. One I got for free, one I got for like $100, and I was selling them for like 300 or 400. I'm like, they were just 2 water damaged and shit on the bottom. They're in my garage. I'm like, I'm getting rid of these. So he had one of his minions come and goes, I get this for a guy in Canada. You know, he does all these shows. I go, is his name so-and-so? He goes, yeah. I go, no, I'm not going to sell him to him. You tell him, I'll sell him to him if he gives me my Dragon's Lair PCB that I was promised, you know, because he said, he goes, he just didn't have it. I go, I'm not selling it to him. Sorry. And he goes, okay. I go, just tell him he's more than welcome to buy him, totally. But I want that PCB because it was promised. And I was pissed because he raised the price. And, but anyway,
enough. It's broken. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And they were the original laser.
It should have been way lower than that anyway.
But whatever. Right. But it's mint now because my friend Warren's a god with woodworking. Replaced it. We got all new vinyl on the side. I've got a powder coated. Everything's new.
It looks great.
And it's running Dexter. I do have a working laser display. I think I have one, and I have an extra PCB which I sent to Sean. He fixed both because I had 2 PCBs. Oh, because I bought an extra off of somebody. So I have 2 PCBs. I have one in there with the Dexter, and I have another PCB which I can hook up for the Dragon's Lair.
Dave, your Dragon's Lair just died, by the way.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. No. So do you have it set up, Dave, where you can because my friend Till, you guys know Till, right?
Yeah.
I was over at his house. He's got it set up so he can switch it to Dragon's Lair 2 and Space Ace as well.
I also have Cliffhanger. You can do Cliffhanger.
Oh, wow.
As well.
Okay, so you got all that stuff set up. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But I don't have it set up. The only thing I don't have it set up is I never, with the dips, I just forgot to, or didn't look at it's supposed to, my track mode's only whatever game it's on. But there's a way to do it, and it'll rotate through the attract modes. The Dragon's Lair 2.
Yeah, he had it set up that way too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine's just set up. It's just a dip switch.
It's dedicated Dragon's Lair kind of setup. Yeah, that's cool too. I probably would do that.
But it looks freaking beautiful.
It looks
my
great.
friend Warren did an amazing. So
now, have you beaten it?
No, not in this machine. My son, I think, did, and he's pretty damn good at Cliffhanger and Dragon's Lair 2.
Cliffhanger's hard though. That's
because he got it on his iPad, and
who thought it was a great idea to use a feet button and a hands button and a
yeah, but you can play it with just the one button. That's what I didn't understand because Sean, he's like, or whoever or the guy who did Dexter, because he said, oh yeah, you can do all, you can
tie it to one button, feet and
it is.
Also, it's just an action button. Wait, it should have been.
It's just an action. I guess it's only
cool. Yeah. Okay.
But it
looks the guy who's now doing the new Dexter stuff.
Huh?
The Sean guy that's now doing the Dexter stuff because it's
Sean
again,
Woods.
Right?
He's the one who repaired my PCB.
Yeah, he's doing Dexter now.
Oh, he is.
He's the one that got it from the other guy. Yeah, it's back live again.
Carter, don't come over here. My son comes down out of the shower. Well, no one's gonna see you. What do they care? He's got his towel and stuff. I was just talking about how good you are at beating. What can you beat? Did you beat Dragon's Lair on this? You did beat it once?
No, I
That's all right. Okay, but yeah, I finally did my arcade. Maybe I'll log I got the glow in the dark carpet, my stairwell. I copied John. I got the high voltage.
You need to give us a tour, man.
So you have
an
actual arcade now.
I got it dedicated. Yeah, I'm gonna
Holy
log
crap.
on.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm gonna turn down my mic.
Joining the Orange Whip crowd.
yeah, here I'm gonna. Well, it's in my basement, but it's never. It's
Dave is
basement.
in the basement.
Yeah, guys, we're in
Dave's arcade.
And today,
yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. So Dave's gonna be on 2 different screens.
Okay.
Oh, he's doing that.
Arcade. It's arcade.
Orange Whip, are you still selling nachos and stuff at your arcade?
No, we did it just before COVID started, and then after that, we just decided the food prices. The food prices have like doubled and tripled up here. It's ridiculous.
Same here.
So yeah, we had a girl who had a coffee stand out in the street, and we brought her in, and she was doing coffee, but she was a terrible business person. So we ended it with her, and then we're actually. This is supposed to be on the down low. We're talking about.
Oh, this is the public.
We're talking about removing it all and actually just expanding the arcade.
Oh, okay.
So right now there's 76 games, so we're hoping to have like 90 or.
It's okay.
By the way, did you guys see Seabart's comment in the YouTube chat that he's stuck at work because a pipe broke? And I'm like, it's nice to see not.
That's exactly a Seabart thing to say.
I got the whole story on that.
Yeah. Not a whole lot's changed in the last few years. I see
nothing's changed.
Oh, that's a Seabart thing. Busted pipes.
It's always some catastrophe.
It's more of that. It's more of something
here we go.
Happened.
I haven't talked to him in 3 years. I'm surprised he's still alive. Good to see.
Creeper cam.
Can we make it fill the screen here?
Can
we pin it?
Or flip his phone.
I'm out of practice.
Dave.
I'll pin it on my end.
This is.
Oh, look at this, dude! That's legit.
Ooh,
wow,
that looks like John's basement almost.
That's
nice.
Yeah, I copied that. Except my switches are lit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, take that, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's great, dude. Wow.
And does John still have his arcade downstairs?
He does. He does.
Okay.
I actually bumped into him the other day at in town at a store.
Oh, cool.
So we'll go down here.
Hope he's doing well.
We got the marquees, and then
Wegmans.
3 lights, and that's for the lights. These are the black.
Is that
lights
what that's for, Dave?
Yeah, shut up. These are for the black lights, and that's.
Ardeli's gonna make a butt plug joke here. Pretty cool. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you know what's kind of cool is I found this in my lot of fire escapes. Is the invitation from '82 for Czech's bubble hockey?
Oh,
so that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
That's pretty rad.
Yeah,
They've made a new version of that.
Oh, look at the memories.
Yeah.
There's a new version.
Andrew's drawing.
Now.
Dave's arcade looks so much bigger on camera than in person. I have to say.
Oh, my centipede's bad. Look at it.
Wait, go back.
Abort the video.
No, go back to it. Show the screen, Dave. That's a sync issue.
Yeah, it goes in
your horizontal. Yeah.
Turn it on, turn it off, or smack it.
Oh, nice.
Hit it
I
with
like
the
that.
Fonzie hit.
That's cool, man.
Oh, you got the Coke clock.
I'm digging
look
that,
at Merlin. Oh,
that Coke clock is very similar to the 7-Up one I got carried
those
for
handhelds.
Christmas.
I had some of those handhelds. That's cool.
I love.
See, I have a shrine like this, but it's all Tron
The whole
stuff.
museum down there. Awesome.
Oh yeah. What do you think
Jimbo,
of the
are you
new
able
Tron?
to signal Dave's?
I
video
heard
out?
it's going to be on the real world. A lot of it that disappoints me.
All right, so on the TVs we have.
I'll be curious, like
Empire
if we're
Strikes
see,
Back,
like how much
E.T.
Jeff Bridges is going to be involved, or
And War
Yeah,
Games.
that too.
Wow.
The Tron movie.
Yeah.
I've got games in that movie.
Oh, you do?
It was filmed here. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Usually.
Up Ram 6.
Nice,
Reseat
Dave.
your chips,
This is
Dave.
really cool.
Reseat your chips, buddy.
Oh, look at this lineup. Oh, you still got your fire escape? Good.
Yeah, that's the original one.
More memories.
Turn on the popcorn. Oh, turn on the light warmer. I ate it all. I'm gonna make some.
That's awesome.
Is that an old hot dog in
Excuse the
there?
mess. Don't look behind the curtain. The place is a mess over here.
So as I
There's
say,
a-
you need a little partition to hide all the ugly.
Dude,
to
I
hide the
have
ugly.
it. I have it. Look, I have the curtain. That's a curtain I bought, which I never hung, which is supposed to be here to hide all this shit.
Yeah. You
Oh,
gotta
the
hide
porn.
This is an original. My Dragon's Lair poster signed by Don Bluth, like the main things. My brother got it for me.
That's
so,
cool.
and here we'll show the Dragon's Lair, which is pretty nice looking, because it's all restored. You know, we moved it down here. Everything's new, and then there's a little ding. I couldn't believe it.
Of course there is.
Yeah, but I wrapped it. I'm like, how did this happen? And I thought, oh, I don't even know where it is now. But I had a party and I thought maybe someone was leaning up against it because the popcorn machine was here. Because guys were, it's
Got
funny.
the greasy little fingers all over it.
No, I had high school guys over. And somebody's here 5 minutes and he spilled a beer on the
Sounds like Dave's got the funniest list.
High school kids spilled a beer on your Tempest?
Well, he goes, dude, I just spilled a beer. It went down.
You mean college kids, right, Dave?
Oh, yes, Kyle. High school friends. They came over, I got 4 years out of high school.
I have a clumsy friend. I'm afraid he's gonna drop his glass beer on my pinball and shatter because he'll do that. He's so clumsy. It's like, I get it.
Dave, I got. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. That's better.
The look.
And
That's the look.
Oh, I have both lights on, for Christ's sake. I didn't even notice that.
That must be a product of the new iPhones. They inherently give you a lisp. That's a feature, I guess.
That's a new innovation.
Looking good, Dave.
I like the floor.
That's cool. Check that out.
I had the white lights on as well. I don't know why.
That's cool. That's so cool.
It's original Pap sign, there's Bud Light sign, and there's the messy area. And then the ceiling is just
Blocking.
Amazon foam. It was sprayed black. Everything
that's pretty
was
cool.
open.
I think that's some sound dampening.
You should have grinkered it up with red lights, though.
You know what? I got
But the
smart
carpeting
for every
reacts
other
to
one.
the black light.
Yeah, true.
But they never synced. There was too many of them, and I said, "Screw it."
I'm just hearing the
them all. Because they never worked. Like 2 would not come on when I turned them on.
Yeah, got it.
And I'm like, "Screw it." I'm just gonna. I don't need them because I got the. Those are just regular LEDs. It's either black light or nothing.
Yeah.
So I just said squid.
So just to let you know, I used to do like Halloween effects and stuff, and had a lot of black lights. The long type of tube black lights rock for stuff like that. So I'd get a few of those and hang them. They're really easy to do, and you'll get a lot more pop out of your floor if you do that.
Like
those little lights, those little black lights, I used to use those, and they don't put off enough
Enough wattage, enough luminescence.
Yeah, the lumens are
Fluorescent
great on
tubes?
that. Yeah, the fluorescents are way better.
I have some of those in my arcade, the fluorescent ones.
Yeah, they work great. So Dave, if you want to make that floor really pop, pick up a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
You got to get different fixtures then.
I remember
I got a beam going through.
The guy on Club, I think he had one of the earliest arcades with all those fluorescents. ZF Camaro. I remember he had his arcade looked fucking sweet. In between every cabinet, he had those black light fluorescents between them. I'm like, Jesus.
You said Gleek's Arcade? There's no Gleek's Arcade.
It was a bad joke. Sorry, Gleek.
The best ones are the ones.
Here's
you have
my
to explain,
games.
right?
Check them out.
So I remember the times that when Carrie was on this show and she ate
when she
dinner
was like
live
actually
on it.
here.
She ate dinner with us.
There's Carrie.
Yay! Yeah, the dog behind her begging.
No, it's a judicial building.
She's got a lot of dogs.
She's stuck at work in front of a building. Oh, you're muted, Carrie.
I got to change my background. I changed my name, but I'm like, I got to change the background. So I'm not stuck at work.
Yeah,
this is what I look like in a work meeting, except for this Carrie Z part.
Yeah, you're making me nervous. What did I do?
We're all out of practice. It took
Yeah.
me and Brad an hour and a half to get things kind of refigure out how things worked.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Night Flight. It's been like 3 or 4 years since we last did this.
Yeah.
Crazy.
My update took 25 minutes alone. I started at 7, and it took me 20 minutes.
Yeah,
getting here.
So news. I have moved.
Where?
I'm in a different house. I moved just across town, but I moved a year ago. I'm still.
Wait, Brian, I don't know where did you start from? Where are you?
So I was west of Atlanta, and now I'm east of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I'm still setting up the arcade downstairs. I'm nowhere near done, but
He runs an
get there.
arcade all this time.
Can we get a sneak peek? Can we get a little taste of what's to come?
A cheek sneak?
Everything is in the garage right now. So
I got you.
yeah, it's all just kind of parked. But yeah, I'm setting things up. I'm setting a room up downstairs. So
I'd show you mine, but I don't want people puking on the show. You know, it's pretty nasty down there.
No, I'm still working for Joystick. I'm still manager there. We're surviving, man. You know, we're hanging out. I know Orange Whip, you were just talking about the changes you guys are making.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're still going. I mean, you know,
we survived through the tough time.
Yeah, so we're still plugging away too.
How many days a week are you open there, Brad? At yours?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
What days are you closed?
Monday, Tuesdays.
Okay.
Good days, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the restaurants and other things in my area are closed Tuesdays anyway, so there's nobody ever goes. Although we're pretty much the biggest attraction in the area. So
yeah, see, but that might be an advantage too. If everyone else is closed, why not be open? Take off.
These
Wednesday.
kind of days off.
We're
then take off Wednesday is what I said.
So Tuesdays are the days I usually go in anyways and work on stuff, and then other days I'm often down to the States to pick up deliveries, and I import them to Canada myself, so I do all the paperwork. So I need time to be able to do that stuff. I also need time away from the goddamn place because the noise gets to you after a while.
It does.
Shocker.
And kids screaming, that gets to you real quick.
You know, people ask.
You can't slap them in your own place of business? Just slap them around?
Unfortunately not.
Hate this hobby. So you get to that point.
People actually ask me, like, drunk people, man, don't drunk people break the games? No, not really. Drunk people are actually pretty good on them. But a birthday party of 11-year-olds? Break some stuff.
They like to
I
hang
had
off
one and the little shithead peeled off my Nintendo off the grill. He peeled all the blue. I was so mad.
Yeah.
They'll find anything loose and start pulling at it.
He wasn't being a jerk. He was just playing the game and being a 11-year-old kid. Just grabbing at stuff.
It's as I always say, kids will always always find the wrong thing.
Remember
kids
Steve,
and cats.
Steve at Crankers, the kids all did a stunt. The teens from high school, they all saw how many people can stuff themselves in a Tron environment. Just a Tron, yeah. And then they kicked the Tron out the back. The black plexi and broke it. Yeah. And that's when Steve, I think, decided to go with a membership kind of a plan back then. Yeah. Because the kids just don't respect it. They don't care that it's 30 years old. They just want to see.
Yeah. They don't get it. They
don't give a crap.
A lot of them don't.
Speaking of Steve, I actually went to visit him and he threw a party for me in October. I went to his warehouse and we had a whole party all night. It was pretty awesome.
It's nice.
That's the first time I had seen him in a long time.
I've heard.
Cool. A little smaller now.
Yeah, he is.
Just a bit. I almost didn't recognize him at Mancation.
Yeah, I was angry at first. I'm like, what's this skinny Barbie? We don't want skinny Barbie.
Looked like he just came off the set of Green Day.
Like, dude, eat something.
Here's a sandwich. I said $1.
So his collection's pretty sick still, though.
Yeah, where's his collection at? He just has a warehouse somewhere that just.
His own warehouse. I think it's still one of the same warehouses he had before. But
okay, where he rotated games. Okay.
He's got some things. I don't know if he even wants me to say what he's got, but I know Mock, you'd probably really appreciate it. Maybe we can talk about it off air. I can tell you some things.
Okay.
But yeah, he's got some pretty sick ass stuff.
He's got a bank panic, I'll tell you that. He's got a bank panic.
I played his bank
panic. What the hell did I sell him?
Did any of you guys reach out to Fett or Sean or Jow? Invite him on here or what?
Who the hell's Jow? He wasn't on here for years before.
Well, I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
They were asking the OG group chat. That's why I bring it up.
That's the wrong. That's the wrong show.
Yeah, that's the Jacobson show.
I mean, Carrie has too, but like we hang out with Sean, probably once a year or so. I get together. I was at it for his 50th birthday party a couple years back and stuff, and he told me straight up we just got talking about it. And he's like, yeah, the video stuff that's not my jam. That I hate, like that's why I wasn't in one of your Christmas videos, because I was just like I don't like being in front of cameras other than like to take a still photo with friends. Like he's not into like the video stuff, and he gets kind of shy, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And so that's why he's never, we like Jow popped on the one time and John came on the one time. But like
I haven't talked to Jow in a while either. I'm the one that brought his Robotron. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a hot minute either.
Yeah, Gag was telling a story about, I think it was about Joe when we were on the poker the one night. No, Johnny. What the hell?
Adam changed his name, so I wanted to change my name.
Oh,
too.
okay. Well, Adam, yeah, but that's actually true. That's Adam's channel.
That's his site website. Still up.
I was going to change it to Two Circuit, but that just jumped in my head.
Twice as good as my website,
right? Short 7-minute abs.
What's funny is what did you? Because this is my Zoom account. Not that it matters, but I let Bardelli use it. And then he had changed
everybody
the
owes
name.
owes Dave $5.
But he had changed the name for something, and I was like, once in a while I'll use it for work, and I had like
it was something really perverted. Too.
Yeah, and I had work, and I logged or like I noticed it. I go, dude, just don't change it to anything bad, because once in a blue moon I may use it for work.
I had no idea you were doing.
I forgot what it was. Like don't have a dick or something weird.
It was something.
It was something bizarre,
something derogatory and perverted at the same time.
Yeah, we're using it to play poker, and then I looked. I'm like, oh, he changed my name. I go, don't do that. It just make it
when Dave couldn't play, I had to host, and it would be DFB, so I just changed it to something else. Yeah.
Thank you for visiting Zumbo.com.
Oh, speaking of, what's Warren doing there, Dave? It'd be fun. He could talk about that game he just restored.
That's a beauty. Can you share that picture?
I don't know.
Well, that's the only one. Last year, every year I do this poker thing with my buddies. Jim was there last year, and Bardelli, and but our friend Adam had a cocktail World Series baseball, which I've never seen. I didn't even know it was in a cocktail. So he sold it to our friend Warren for his buddy. And Warren, he's the guy that fixed that. Like, he's real good woodworking. He's a great artist. And he made it like a custom Baltimore Orioles cabinet. It just looks fantastic.
It looks amazing. And after I saw the pictures, I started looking for one of those cabinets so I could get one.
I've never even seen one.
I actually live in Baltimore. I'm a huge Orioles fan.
Did he post?
And I couldn't find one. No one had one. I've never.
I think he did it in Discord.
Was it the poker thread or was it the arcade? Because I'm looking for it.
I don't know. Probably the arcade. But the art was like, he did the custom art, and it just looked fantastic, especially from what it looked like before, because it was just. It worked, but it was just a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was just kind of generic. But
I always liked that game myself because it was so cool how you could bat, like pull that little.
Oh, there back. I see it now.
It was just.
Can you put it up on the thing?
Fucking Zoom is, or not Zoom. Discord's dumb because like you click on the picture and it's still like a thumbnail size. It doesn't like expand it. Or at least the ones he posted.
Yeah, you gotta click under the picture where it says open in the web browser.
Well, if you guys want to take a look, you probably can't see that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I can see it.
I mean, it's cool. Pretty cool. You got Eddie Murray.
Oh, and even put like the bat on the control, like you made a little bat.
Little 3D printed baseball for the pitching thing. It's so cool.
Yes, the art is just fantastic.
Yeah, if someone can get it up somehow, I don't know. It's really rad. I mean, Warren does amazing stuff.
Oh, can you see that?
Yeah.
Not yet.
There you go.
Look at the bat. That was
you should have seen. Oh, the bat.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Oh, I didn't even notice the baseball.
Yeah, a little 3D printed baseball. It's so cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who's
wow.
Nice monitor too.
Is that like is that bat like on a spring and you pull it back and let it go to hit it?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Whose game is it? Bardelli's?
Really cool.
No, is that my friend Warren? It was the Cinetronics World Series of Baseball, but Bardelli wants it because he's from Baltimore. My friend Warren bought off another arcade. Warren's like he's a MAME guy, but he makes all his own cabinets like custom. Like he's got an arcade of all custom individual cabinets.
Can you guys see
he's
this
a really
other one
good
now?
Artist and stuff.
Yeah.
And and he's like,
look at that. He did all that custom artwork.
I mean, that looks legit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But he made it for a friend of his locally here in Western New York, and then Bardelli's like, "Damn it!" But I go, "When's the last time?" I go, "I've never even seen it."
I've been looking and looking. Nobody has one. Nobody's heard of one.
Not Adam. Jim, you have the before. The before is in it. It was.
Is it?
You know what the best thing about this cabinet is? You can drink a beer while playing. Look, both sides have a beer holder right there.
Oh, here, let me open up the flyer here.
That's my old.
There it is.
There's Elon Musk. Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Well, yeah, but the one that he got did not look like that. And the girl was nowhere to be found. We looked at
almost all the all the ones you'll
She's
find
not
are
included. Yeah. I want my money back.
There's a little disclaimer at the bottom that says that.
Mr. Handy Woodworker there.
Oh, the cowboy.
He's amazing.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleader showing a baseball game.
That's all of them that I could see.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it, Orange Whip?
No.
Elon Musk that just joined. Who's that?
That's our friend Adam from Toronto.
Oh,
he's Canadian. They speak English there. Some of them do.
Yeah, AKA.
We got new people on the show.
No,
Adam,
you've just been away for so long. Like,
are you serious?
Warren's
Canadian. He went to school in Canada. He's a landed immigrant.
So Warren, Bardelli, Adam, a handful of these guys. Yeah. Over the years of them doing their poker thing, I would join just to hang out, not necessarily even play cards. And like, you guys are talking more arcade shit than we ever did. What the fuck's going on here? You should come on Arcade Hangout, and then we can talk about poker. So yeah,
that was my old that was my old baseball. That was quite the basket case that Warren fixed up. But the game is, I don't think the game is that good, but I guess you have nostalgia.
It's more of the novelty of the.
But you don't get to play. You don't get to be the players. Like you more. It's more like a.
Yeah, the Cinematronics was better. The what was that called? The World Series
or Relief Pitcher or something like that.
Yeah. World Series, I believe.
Well, what you could also do is like find something that would work similarly.
World Series used the same joysticks.
They're a different newer version.
No, that was Cinematronics World Series, wasn't it?
It's called World Series.
That's what that was. That's the game we were just looking at.
Oh yeah, that's what that game was, but it's the weird.
No, that was Strike Zone. It said Strike Zone.
Oh, that was Strike Zone.
That was Strike Zone. Yeah. There is a World Series is new. It's the same company. It's just a newer version or something.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was the same game.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
No, that's Leland. That's Leland that makes that.
I thought it was Cinematronics. Okay, all right.
But I don't know if Cinematronics bought Leland or Leland bought.
Wait, the one
we'll just call the game baseball.
It's a neat baseball game.
That's Adam One Circuit's next project. He's gonna take that game.
No more projects. No more projects.
He's giving up on pole position.
No, he missed it.
Missed the first half.
It's going in beta testing soon.
Yeah. It is. Okay.
I got very excited, especially since mine's down. It's got a RAM 6 error right now.
So Adam, when it's 100% ready, make a post on that thread on Clav and freak everybody out.
Yeah, right. Dude, you're gonna be overwhelmed.
Yeah,
you better get the elves working.
People are gonna be throwing money at you.
You're gonna be like, holy shit. You're gonna be like, man, when we want to buy a new car or something, it's gonna be like, why didn't I do this years ago?
There's a lot of Baltimore fans.
Do you still take Canadian chocolate as payment, Adam?
I forgot all about the Canadian chocolate. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Coffee crisp, man. Hell yeah.
We get
big bags of it.
For
that was on the beach on what was that Fun Spot?
We get Canadian peanut butter and ketchup.
Carrie, did you see when Dave was doing his tour of his arcade? Did you see the Coca-Cola clock that he's got?
Oh, I did not notice that. No, I was.
It looks exactly just branded differently, like the clock I got you, the 7-Up one. Yeah. Yeah,
mine's not keeping the correct time though.
I got the best thing about sharing a hobby is that gift ideas, especially with her garage, are just. I got her two signs and a clock for the arcade.
I love the era. In fact, I bought that. It was from a local. It was so. I soaked it. I bought a new transformer, everything, and it was working good. All of a sudden, stopped doing it. I bought another one that I thought I could. That doesn't have. It's not lit. It's just plastic.
Oh,
it's just a clock mechanism in the back, electrified. I thought I could, Frankenstein, the two of them maybe, but I don't know if I want to bother.
Because
it's not really a big
the one
deal.
you have it's just the AC, right? It just the clock is off. The
I
AC
would rather
part,
almost find the one that was a battery.
Interesting.
And then just put the battery in the back and just have the AC for the fluorescent. That Pabst Blue Ribbon thing just died, and I went to Home Depot and was able to get the bulb. They didn't have a starter, but it was just the bulb. I was like, oh no, it wasn't the same. And I couldn't read the because it was so old. I couldn't even read what the actual
the number was on the starter.
Yes, but it was on the bulb.
Oh, on the bulb.
I'm like, this looks like the same size, but it was a little thicker. And I'm like, whatever. It's the only one. Come home and it worked. I was pumped.
Nice. Yeah,
I don't have a lot in my arcade because my ceilings are lower. I don't have a lot of space for shit. That's like my Bud Light signs in this computer area. I don't have space above the games for anything.
I was trying to remember. Oh, actually, I should ask Mock. Maybe Mock had something. Mock, you remember the 2017 Nat when we were in Denver? Remember Carrie won that sign that had the image, like the shirt design box?
Yeah, it was like a trophy that lit up, right?
Yeah. So I recently fixed that. The LEDs in it went out, and I was trying to remember who made it, and I fixed it. Like I just replaced them, but
cool.
but I was asking Gak, and Gak was like, no, I don't. He did the flashlights, but he didn't do that.
No,
I'm
Keith.
That's why. Okay.
I think I did the art, and Keith did the print, the 3D print on it, and the LED stuff. So yell at him.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's not. No, I was just curious, like who originally, because like it's so well done.
Those are cool little trophies we were giving out for now. Those little light up things. Those are.
I think that's a different thing. This isn't a trophy.
I thought it was a trophy.
No.
Oh well, I mean it's a flat.
Gleek.
Green Fest.
A flat. Is it like lasered on clear plastic?
No.
No,
this is just like a light, like a, what is it? 9 by 12 or 9.5 by 14 size, like flat light box.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up a photo here.
Let me see it.
I don't think it's what. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it must be something different. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's,
and I have like
There we go.
Drum roll. There it is.
Oh, that's like the Brofest award thingy I won.
Yeah, no, that's Andrew's. That's Andrew's art.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember who. Fuck. I can't. How do I move this menu?
I'm wondering for the light box part, was that?
So it was LED. Yeah, I just went in and I replaced the LED strips because it was just the adhesive LEDs.
Yeah. Bing.
Yeah.
Mr. I need to date a guy like Jimbo. Jeez,
did that glow in the dark?
I can fix anything.
Yeah. It had the glow in the dark. Oh, I think so. It looks like it's black light reactive.
Or was it the t-shirts that glue in the dark? I couldn't remember.
It was the t-shirts.
Yeah, that was cool though. Yeah, that was Andrew's. That was Andrew's.
What did you say, Bardell? You need to date me.
Where was that, in Denver?
Yeah. Back in 2017. It was a long time ago.
Good time.
That was slightly before the wife kicked me out, and I could start going to all these events. Unfortunately, I missed it. Missed it.
Fun spot. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, there was a string of events for a few years in a row there.
No swag, Nash. What the heck? We should have got some swag.
I got limited. I didn't get the cup that Gleek has. It was my own fault, but
it's not a cup. It's beer cup.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Oh, that was from the last Grinkers, the very last one.
The very last one.
It's a sort of cup, I guess.
I have the skateboard.
Yeah, that's 2019.
Skateboard one, correct.
I have the skateboard.
Speaking of which, I need to get another drink. That I made a chocolate martini with this what was it? It was a whiskey-based liqueur, chocolate chip ice cream liqueur, because I wanted a little mint in it, and god damn, that was delicious. But I need to make like a 1.5 because it went down really quick.
Oh, right to your head. Nightlight that Keith made from Great Fest. It's got 720. It's like plastic and it's a nightlight. I got it at that Grinkers, and it's
that's cool.
at that Grink Fest. It's pretty, except down here, it's not. Doesn't really show that lit, but it's. I like it.
I tell you, the one nice thing about the little flashlight light box things that GAC did is that I always knew where there was a flashlight if I needed it. I don't know how many times I would grab that thing off there to use when I was looking for a flashlight.
I was happy with the cool thing I got at Grinkers. It was like the actual light up Grinkers sign, you know. It was part of the prize pool.
Yeah,
and that's what I grabbed because it was like the most like. I don't know, you know, I can get a marquee or what, you know, anywhere, but you know, that's like kind of, you know, it's
the one that GAC made for, was it like Grinkfest 5, I think it was, with the like retro with all the big bulbs that would dance around it.
That's cool. That's cool.
That was really cool.
Someone's got a back audio.
Who's listening to my fishing thing? Turn that off.
Yeah,
I heard my voice. I don't know.
Hey, that was you.
That was me. I'm
What's
sorry.
a YouTube channel?
I was trying to do my phone here.
I just talked to GAC. He's going to be on in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Sweet.
Fuck
yeah, he's tied down at his in-laws. I kind of nudged him on the Discord. I was like, "Hey,
I'm gonna make a
how's
prediction.
dinner at the?"
GAC is going to join us from the hot tub, and it's going to be a little sauced up. That's my prediction for GAC.
I think at least one of those is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll definitely be either. Yeah.
Well, Carrie said that gives him time to pregame and be a little lubricated.
Yeah, I wonder if he's been pre-gaming with his in-laws.
I don't think so because he's driving home. He told me so. I doubt he was.
Well, then he has to catch up.
He'll be gaming here. Yeah,
he'll catch up quickly
with Gleek.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
No, I won't be going upside down this show. So, Whip, you have the whack off in your public arcade or in your own private home?
My whack off?
Yeah, your marquee.
The marquee.
Marquee, I haven't even peeled the backing off of it.
Yeah, mine's still on too. Yeah.
I'm just saving it.
Hell yeah.
I know I haven't really worn that shirt in public too much.
That's one that kind of stays in the closet a little bit. Yeah.
Wear a whack off shirt, go to a kid's arcade.
I go to Fun Spot every year, and theirs isn't really working that good. It's the monitor's not that good, but
that's a good place to wear it. That's for sure.
That's a weird shirt to wear. You
don't really want to wear the Brofest 1 shirt either.
I don't think I can. I think I'm a little too
Brofest,
a little plumped out.
What's the Brofest 1? That's not the hot dog dude, is it?
That was 2. I think.
That was 2, I think, because I was at 3, and I got that as a leftover.
Brofest 2 and 1 were both hot dogs.
But, yeah, I think so.
But Brofest 1, he was spreading mustard right around his midsection.
Yeah, he's squirting it like.
Brofest 2, he had both of his hands up high like this, so it was a little more family friendly.
Yeah. Oh, I want the 1 then.
I still got the 1.
Dang it.
I got the 1.
I got
Dave, I can fit your 1.
Put it on eBay. Cardell, you'll buy it quick.
Maybe I gotta lose some weight.
I'll trade you for something. No, you ain't gonna lose no weight. Trade me for something.
I just did. I mean, I lost a little weight. It wasn't intentional.
Oh, for Pete's
yeah, you guys. A lot of you guys. I had cancer and heart, and 2 stents put in my heart since I've been.
Oh no!
Yeah. I just finished radiation on Wednesday.
Oh, Dave, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm glad you're still here.
It's all right. No, I got prostate cancer. I had my prostate removed. Last
shit.
November.
Oh my God!
That's what he means by losing weight.
No,
yeah, he cut something out of you.
How much of those things weigh?
That's a hard way of doing that.
No, most people get removal or radiation, one or the other. I'm the fortunate guy who got both. Because I still had some lingering shit around.
My mom passed away she had cancer, but it wasn't the cancer that killed her. It was the radiation killed her.
Yeah.
The white blood cells went into her lungs and she couldn't breathe. And that took her out. So yeah, it was just when I hear someone has cancer now that I've seen it twice. My wife's father and now my mom and now here Dave. It's like, everyone's getting cancer.
And
Stop it.
I gotta get removed. Like I can't win. It's like I had a couple things on my face. It's not the end of the world, but I'm like, okay, this one we got to cut off. I get this frozen. That's some up here. Sun shit on my face.
What? You got skin cancer too?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna be. I go, of course it's gonna be. And then they took so long to call me back. When she called me, like the day after, I thought, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it isn't because they didn't call me back. And I'm like, you know what? You took so long. I actually thought it wasn't. But it's just, it's not the kind. I forgot what it's like, a bursa or abyssal something, whatever. They're just gonna keep digging, and then I'll get stitches.
Yeah.
And then they analyze it.
It's a process, Dave. My sister
spread.
Jackie had that. She won't go outside now unless she's wearing like a trash can lid on her head. I mean, seriously.
Well, I was a runner, and I used to run in LA and all this stuff outside. I didn't put sunscreen on my face because it burns and it goes in your eyes. So it's not the end of the world.
Plus, it's all greasy, Dave. No one likes it. No one likes that sunscreen on their face.
But it's all right. I'm still kicking. But I'm just glad to be, because when you go for the prostate, for all you older fellows out there, because I'm the youngest one there, it's all old guys. The prostate surgery itself was nothing. I had no pain, nothing. Lost a whole organ or a gland or whatever it is, and I was good. And but the radiation didn't hurt. It was fine. Except you have to.
What are the side effects of that, though? Getting it removed.
I can't hold my pee. Is like I can't.
Yeah, it's your alarm for when you have to go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, it's not that. I was never a get up in the middle of the night to pee guy anyway, and that didn't. Radiation changed.
Dave he's so drunk he peed in his bed, kind of a guy.
No, I could drink like 3 beers. I didn't have to get up in the middle of the night ever, and I didn't. I didn't. Still, even after the surgery, really at the beginning, until my body got a little used to it. It wasn't until the radiation. Which some of the wonderful side effects was I did have to get up once a night to pee, only once, and it also gave me a little bit of diarrhea, which has kind of gone away. The side effects from radiation go away. Mine was a lower dose because my prostate was removed. There's still scar tissue, but I'm in the thing with all guys in their 70s. It's all old guys and me, and but the only what sucked is you have to have a full bladder because the bladder moves out of the way when they target the radiation when it's full. So I'm like, every morning I'm drinking enough, like every day I gotta fucking piss my pants. It's like, this sucks. Like you gotta hold your pee and you can't go. That's the thing. Like there's a bathroom right there. And sometimes I was so full, I'd have to go in and let a little out. And then I'm waiting and then I'm like, I can't hold it. I gotta go let more out. But I can't relieve myself totally because they want the bladder full. A couple times, only twice out of the whole 2 months I was there, they said, all right, you're not full enough. You gotta go. And I'm like, listen, no, I drank enough. I just drank it later. Give me 5 minutes. And that's what I'm like, yo, I'm ready. Like you always gotta feel like you gotta pee. In the lobby, it's just all old guys drinking water because they're probably not drinking enough because they always have to pee every 2 minutes. And they don't,
just drink more Coors Light.
No, and me because I don't have a prostate.
Water too, man.
I go from like nothing to like it's an emergency.
Better than water.
Yeah. Like I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, no, I gotta go right now. Because I can still hold it.
Sound effect, Lair.
It's not the same.
Dave, what was the initial symptom? Like, when did you realize? Were you tired?
It was just a
routine, right?
It was a
routine
yearly
checkup.
Physical where they check the PSA number.
Yeah.
My normal PSA is like below a 4. In fact, the urologist, in fact, when he goes, your my general practitioner is like, we got to talk about your PSA number. I go, what's that? He goes, well, I go, is this what, prostate cancer? He goes, well, not necessarily, but your number's high. So
what's PSA? What is PSA?
Public service announcement.
No, it's a number that can detect like markers, I guess, in your it's showing that there's an issue with your prostate.
Got it.
So it's supposed to be like 4 and below, whatever. That's kind of the average or whatever. But for me, since I was young, the urologist goes, I'm looking at a guy who should be like a 2. Yours is a 6. Doesn't mean cancer. But then I had to have a biopsy. I had an MRI, then I had a biopsy, and then they remove it with young guys. Old guys, you just get radiation. Most of them. If I was 10 years older, I was only 51. If I was 61, then all right, maybe I'll just get radiation. But one bonus is, if there isn't a bonus in this whole thing, is that sometimes the radiation cause your prostate to enlarge and maybe have issues urination later. I'm never going to have that. Like I'm always going to have a stream because there are side effects with radiation. But normally you just get one or the other. Me, because they were still detecting traces. Like after my prostate removed, my number was a 6.1 before it was gone. After it was a 0.25. My friend, same month, had his removed, just coincidental. His was a 0.00004. Mine was 0.25, then went up to a 0.3. And he's like, so there's like cancer particles lingering around my hanging around my lymph nodes or whatever, because I should be 0 because I don't have a prostate anymore. So then I got 2 months of radiation, and then I was done on Wednesday, and in 4 months I got a blood test. And then in August, I had 2 stents put in my heart. I was having chest pain when I was running. I thought I was having panic attacks. So I went in, they said, and then I went to a cardiologist. He goes, well, if it can't, I did a stress test there, and got up to I'm like, yeah, what's your pain level? I'm like, oh, it's like a 3, only when I was running. And then they go, well, we're going to give you an angiogram, and if they find something, they'll fix it right there. And I got 2 stents put in. I was awake during the whole thing. You're sitting lying on a thing next to a 60-inch TV. They go through an artery in your arm. I still have the little mark, and it's you're looking on a big screen. It looks like a potato with a bunch of tree branches off of it. And they and he goes, yeah, and they showed it. They showed before and after. He's showing me on the screen. And it was funny too before, because the nurse was saying, oh, you're gonna be like in a, because I go, am I gonna be conscious? No, you're gonna be like in a twilight. Before he started, I go, whoa, hey, just so you know, I'm totally awake. I feel
it's not like anything. A colonoscopy where they put you under.
No, I go, no, you're okay. I'm like, because I think she even said we're gonna give you the good stuff like fentanyl. I go, I feel nothing. Like I'm awake.
The goggles do nothing.
No, fentanyl.
Am I supposed to be? I was totally.
But you didn't feel any effects of.
I felt no drugs. I felt no alcohol. Nothing. It was, but there was no pain. But I was nervous before they started. I'm like, hey, guys, did somebody fuck up the dosage?
I go, I need double whatever this is.
I go, is there going to be no? But there was no pain or nothing. So then they big 60-inch TV, and they're X-ray and going through, and he does it, and then and before it looked like, show me the before. It looked like a garden hose with a ton of rubber bands around it. It's all thin, and then they repaired it. I was 90% blocked in my Widowmaker, so they told me
you could have died. You could have died. Yeah.
Wow.
So when they put a stent in, there's the risk of debris getting unlodged from that area, and it goes to your brain, and then you have a stroke. I don't know if you know that or not. So did they warn you of that?
He told me 10 seconds before he started the procedure, which was great.
Yeah, he told you right before, because that happened to my dad. Yeah, so and then he lost half his body, and then they worked on him, and he only lost his hand.
But I mean,
that's scary.
But what are the options?
That is some scary
do
shit.
it. Yeah, don't do it. Don't. I mean, but I have a clogged. It's like
what do you do? Yeah, or you just don't run.
No,
what are you doing running so much, Dave?
What's more important to you, your body or your brain?
But eventually, it'll probably get so bad I'm walking up the stairs and I'm having a pain. I just probably caught it earlier because I was getting my heart rate up sooner.
When you see Dave next, hug him. Give him a hug.
Yeah,
it's been a rough couple years. Besides the arcade, which was cool.
It's been rough.
We'll all chip in so Dave can have one of those chairs that takes him up.
Dude, I gotta tell you though, I know I've said this before, but it's always fun. It's always fun to see someone's arcade or their space throughout the years that
Jim was here last year,
and it doesn't matter who it is, the space. It always blows my mind because things always look different than what you expect based on the thumbnail.
It was neat. I had Jim, I had Steve Barbie in this basement, so it was
little Steve Barbie.
Yeah.
Speaking of Steve Barbie, he was
half the
texting
size
me.
he was before.
I asked him, I'm like, so are you popping on tonight? Because he had kind of given the thumbs up, and I'm like, so does that mean? Game. Yeah, he's at a hockey game. He's texting me. He was showing me screenshots of the score and stuff, and then he's like, "Victory!" And it looks like the game is over because it's all clearing out. So I'm like, "Are you coming on after?" It's like I never know with him. Like he's always the person that he'll either just pop on or
Do you guys remember this that Seabart made a long time ago?
It's hiding it.
The journey.
The journey. Yeah.
The journey of
brown paint. Actually, speaking of Adam, I just brought up your little video that you'd done. The edit. That's pure genius editing.
That was amazing.
The only
That looks
one
like a
I did-
professionally made thing, like a real thing you could buy.
Yeah.
It's so neat.
The only one I did was when he repaired the monitor for or was trying to repair the monitor for Journey, rebuilding the Geo7, and he's like, "Oh yeah, oh no, wait, what is this? What is this?" And I just cut off his "what is this" because he repeats himself.
Oh, the
It's
brown
just
paint is the best.
Brown paint.
That's
is
the one.
best.
Adam
Oh
just
yeah,
posted.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so
Isn't
much
that
That's a
still
classic
up on
moment.
YouTube?
It's still
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a
I
classic
did that. I
moment.
did that at work, and it was I had just started that job, and I'm like in the cube area, whatever, and I was just laughing my ass off.
It's better turn
Show
blue.
it
Putting it
people
together and
still.
figuring out what
I
position
know.
to put the different clips in, because they're definitely not in order.
No, yeah.
But when I did
This
that
is
and then
brown
zoomed to the
paint.
very last
Yeah,
one.
this
it was
better
just,
turn
I just
blue.
lost it. I was
Like just stir it more, it'll turn purple.
You get stirring it. That was
Wait
a
a
classic
second.
moment.
Wait a second.
There were times
Oh,
you get
shit.
buried, and if you had a headstone, there would be all kinds of cans of brown paint all around it.
Mhm.
Speaking of arcade
Those
stuff,
who would
actually,
know.
It was so
Does he
There
funny.
still
was
have
the other
the
one, Ron
journey?
Phillips, I think was the other one, where he got like I don't know, 24 emails from the same guy, and he just printed off all of the.
Oh yeah,
first-
that was a funny one.
the first
too.
few emails that came, and he figured he would do the show on that, and they all were from the same guy. What is going on here?
Adam, does he still have the journey? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't been over to John's house in forever. Our lives just
somebody
kind of,
somebody
went in
said he
different
sold
And
it.
is he-
I mean,
And is he
can do
still
whatever he
doing
wants.
in town
arcade
and
like
stuff, but I
business?
Yeah, is he still
Yeah.
got those arcades with Jay? He
Yeah, like doing that
Yes,
stuff.
he does. Yes, he does.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
still got the local arcade in the area.
Okay.
Did we
But
get
a lot of
Firefox
as
fixed?
far as what he has at home, I don't know. I know he still has games. He hasn't like completely sold everything. He still goes down there and hangs out. Him and his wife like to spend time down there and play Mega Touch and other types of stuff. So it's still, and his kids go down there when they visit.
Mega Touch.
They're adults now, but yeah. So he's still got some stuff. But I don't know the extent of what he still has. That I'm not sure.
Did Franz ever fix his Laserdisc player? His
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably
did they ever get back to him?
Oh, that was like forever
Right?
ago.
Franz died.
Franz. That was
Yeah, I don't
funny.
know.
That was good comedy right there.
Yeah.
And reading those letters with that accent.
Yeah.
The bad German accent or whatever it was.
Mhm.
I took there was a local guy that fixed his stuff, and I took him Laserdisc players. He had him a year, and then eventually I got him back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's brown. Why is brown? Why is this brown? This is brown paint. This is brown paint. This is brown. This is freaking brown. This is
What's it-
brown paint.
What was it supposed? What color was it supposed to
The
be?
highlight reel.
It was supposed to
That's
be
just
Donkey Kong
that's
blue.
just editing
It's supposed to be
genius.
blue.
Great.
Donkey Kong blue.
Oh man.
I should pull up my
Did we ever figure out why it was brown? I mean,
The lady had two cans, and she had
Oh,
two
she gave-
stickers, and she was mixing two at the same time.
oh, and
She mixed-
swapped
she mixed
it.
his
So
can
some
and
lady's
another
like, this
customer's
better turn
can,
brown.
And she printed off the stickers, and she was like,
Wow.
and she
Is
didn't
there a
know
lady
which one. It
somewhere
was a
doing that?
50-50 chance. So she flipped the coin, and
She made
slapped the
history.
stickers on there,
All
and,
right.
and they went
This-
off, and that was it.
That's so funny. There's got to be a lady out there stirring it going, this better turn blue.
Brown.
Or this better
All right,
turn brown.
let's turn on Journey. Please, God.
My
I'm
son
gonna
can complete
keep my eyes on
Journey.
the
He's
Mar,
probably
make
the
sure
only.
it
He
doesn't
did it at
blow
like
up.
10 because we
All right,
had it on.
here we go. It's on.
Multicade.
Marquee's on.
I played Journey in the arcade.
Please,
Yeah, that was a fun game. I
please,
liked it.
please look normal.
This
Or please work.
Moment of truth.
yeah.
Oh, we've all been there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Every week I'm there.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
what?
Oh, no.
What is this? What is happening? What is this?
What is this?
What is it? What has happened? What is that? What is this? Like, seriously, what is this? What is going on? Why does
You
it
know the
look
game,
like
you
that?
know what it's supposed to
What
be.
is this? Oh, what is that? What does it mean? Guys, what has happened here? What is this? I'm
What
looking
is the
at it,
meaning
it's
of
just
life?
making me angry. I
that's a
don't
great
know. what to
highlight.
do
I never knew
What
you
did I
made
do
this video.
wrong? What did I do? Honest to God, guys, I can't. I can't do this anymore.
That's why we watched the show, though. You know what I mean?
That was the end.
That's why it was.
That was my
A normal person would have cut all that crap out and just say, "Oh, it just didn't work," you know. But he left all that in, which was made it funny. Because those are the things that we go through when you're trying.
Everyone
to
experiences shit like that.
Yeah,
and you just like, I just want to throw this thing.
Well, that's what made his videos awesome. He just did it
as
he
just ran it, and
we knew that the most simple non-editing was the best editing.
Like when he tested a fuse on a metal.
Oh yeah, and he goes, "Oh, it doesn't work."
How in the world did somebody find that picture of him when he was a kiddo?
I did. I posted it once. He told me to remove it because it was actually him.
But how in the world did you find it?
I don't know. I dug it a long time ago. I forgot.
I remember when we talked about that on the show. It was like you found his like from one of the school, like classmates.com or something, I think.
Yeah, that's his picture. That's actually him.
Yeah, well, it looks like him.
That's in the private chat anyway, so if anybody's wondering.
Oh, even I was wondering. Oh yeah,
interesting.
Nice.
Speaking of arcade stuff, Joystick sponsors the big arcade, the classic arcade at DragonCon every year. Big science fiction convention here in Atlanta. And I have a walkthrough video of what I set up this year. If you guys want to see it, I can share it.
Wait, who is that in the first picture?
John Jacobson.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
That's okay. So, I mean, if you guys want to see it, I can share this. We were in the old Benihana space that had been closed for like 8 years. We were the first thing that happened in that space in 8 years. So the floor isn't, the floor is bare concrete and all that, but I can still show off what I put together. We had 35 games on that floor.
And all the shrimp you could eat.
No shrimp.
The place smelled. The place still smelled like fish. I'm not kidding. It still smelled like fish. All right, let me
Makes me think of that Police Academy movie where they're having a meeting at like one of those places, like the Hibasha or whatever, and the guy's doing this thing. He's like, "Would you stop making all those sounds?" Like that's the first Police Academy. All right, cue it up. Allow.
Had to request.
Yeah. Now this is what it's like to be Dave. You have all this power.
Yeah.
I'm not used to like, oh, click allow. Oh, someone wants to join the chat. Someone wants to join. Of course they can join. Unless it's that creepy person in the background there.
Troll.
Are we watching something? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a screen sharing.
Oh, is it still?
There we go.
Oh, okay. There seems to be a bit of delay.
Is it long video?
Oh no, it's Pac-Man Dan's house.
This is the arcade I set up for DragonCon this year. So I brought all 15 of my games. Another collector friend local brought 12, and then we brought 8 from Joystick.
What is that guy wearing? Oh, they're all.
There's a lot of it's a convention, so there's a lot of cosplay.
What's DragonCon?
Big science fiction convention here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ah, okay. That was a good question to ask.
Yeah.
Buffett was there.
There's a lot of ladies there. I should get into Dragon.
This guy's wearing a Nintendo Zapper in his back.
Does Buffett still go to that, Brian?
No, he only went the 1 year.
Damn, there's never this many drinkers. That's for sure.
Oh, they were all married.
Yeah,
they're all married.
I don't know.
I'd post up right next to that centipede. All the ladies like the centipede.
Yeah, you're right about that. Oh, what game? Oh,
I think that's a myth.
It's not a myth. They love centipede.
It's not a myth.
Look at that lady playing.
I don't like centipede.
Top 3 games that most women like.
Carrie,
in
but you have a
arcade,
reactor. You don't count.
Frogger,
Okay, fair enough.
Miss Pac. Miss Pac too.
You're missing out
and centipede. I'm telling you. And Tempests.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever seen that movie? What's that movie? It's like I don't know, some comet comes and they all
Night
turn
of
to
the
dust.
Comet.
Yes, and the girl's obsessed with Tempests.
If it's in a movie, it must be real.
It must be true. No, I'm telling you, they love it.
Yeah, no,
Turtles?
Kenny's
Look at
book
that,
got me
bro.
into collecting, so I'll give it that. But yeah,
At
centipede.
my arcade, it's Centipede, Tetris, and Miss Pac-Man
See,
for women.
Tetris, I totally would buy into. Tetris I can actually confirm because I have a Tetris and
Hold on,
and also Mega Touch.
And Tapper,
Oh,
because I
Mega
love
Touch.
Tapper,
Yeah.
and
Oh, that's right, Brad. You've
It
got
made
a
me
couple,
question
don't
my
you?
own sexuality
Yeah, I do.
because
I
so
am.
many women love Tapper.
The punk bar stage, right?
Yeah, women do like
Mega
Tapper as
Touch.
well. I agree
They
with that.
do.
Yeah.
Give it a little tappy.
Yeah, I was sore for about a month after setting that up because I did the whole layout. So yeah, I was a bit sore.
When was that? Like last month?
That was Labor Day weekend.
Oh, that was last year.
So we were open. Well, be last
No,
year.
wait,
as
that
well,
was in
but-
September. Okay.
Yeah, September of this year.
Got it.
So for
I'll
those
go
of you
back
that
and
are
watch
still
that old
into the
episode.
hobby, do you guys still like regularly pick stuff up?
Nope.
Like Dave
we
or
do.
Harry or
We picked up Atari TRX last April
I
for
saw
free.
I saw
Yeah.
pictures or a video of that.
That game surprisingly is like the most played game now.
It's so fun. It's
We want another. We want
What
another
game?
one to link it. Atari Vapor TRX. It's like a futuristic hovercraft racing game.
Wait, what game was that, Jim? That's fun that you picked up?
That sounds huge.
TRX.
Is it- no?
Vapor
TRX.
TRX.
Yeah,
Atari.
that's
It's by Atari.
that's-
It came out in like '98.
That's a fun machine.
You can link up to 8 of them.
I got a free Nintendo Helifire last week.
You did not.
I did too. Factory original.
Wow. Yeah, all that was wrong with the TRX was the monitor. It was playing blind, and the guy had a connection with another operator. It doesn't touch his games. In fact, he was disappointed that he couldn't find the power cord to the game. So here's a tell. It's a newer game, so it's got like an ATX power supply in it style. And so I'm like, oh, that's easy. We've got a pile of power cords. So we bring it home. I open up. The first thing I do is open up the back door. There's the power cord.
Oh no!
It's never opened up the game.
Never, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so all it was, I've never worked on the Neotech mod. By the way, I feel like in this last year of living with Carrie, my monitor repair skills have like leveled up. Like
I'll bet.
Oh, hers were that bad, were they?
No. I did before Halloween, I did kind of revamp everything a little bit. But
Yeah, you got a little obsessive.
I did.
complaint.
But I also popped my Vector cherry. I repaired, or not repaired, but I worked on 2. Well, I did repair the Space Fury.
Yeah.
But I no longer feel intimidated by Vector monitors.
I love Space Fury.
But so the monitor, it was a Neotech 27-inch monitor. I never worked on one.
I replaced one of those this year as well. Neotech.
It's a beautiful. It's a standard. This one's a standard, but it's a beautiful monitor. There's conflicting information that threw me for a curve. That on Clav and on some forums, people would argue whether it's a standard or a medium res. I'm like, how do you not know? The Clav page, the main Clav page for the game is wrong. It says it's medium res. It's a standard res monitor. But
I just looking at it right now.
Yeah,
I believe mine's medium res.
You can put the 27. It has a 2700 monitor in there, a 27-inch, but the model is 2700. The 2701 is medium, but they look identical.
Maybe they replaced your monitor, bud. They gave you a medium standard res. You should got the wrong monitor in there.
No, it's the right monitor because if you look at the manual, the actual manual says the model of the monitor.
Because some of those had both reses, right? Some of those
a lot of the monitors have dual modes. So
like
you can either do standard, like a U5000 you can do standard or medium. There's a jump.
Yeah, my sports station or whatever supports both medium and standard res. The Blitz Jam Showtime, the Showtime cab supports both reses.
Anyways, so I get the monitor's not working. Long story short, all it was is one of the rectifier diodes had shorted. That's all it was. And the game completely works. We just did a little TLC, plays perfect.
So someone just posted, I have a game, I don't want it. You can just pick it up for free, and you just went and grabbed it.
Yeah, and we almost and it was a drunken decision.
Yeah, it was Craigslist, and there were 2 of them because my arcade, like the game room's full. Like there was no room.
It's going in the living room.
yeah, pretty much. And it was a Saturday night. We were drinking, And I
Using our
think he
drink
got to go to
tickets.
the bathroom or something. And
Yeah.
I was looking at the Craigslist, and it's like free. And I saw the Atari TRX or the Vapor TRX, and it's like Atari and all. And I looked at the video. I'm like, oh, this actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I've never played it. I'm watching it on YouTube. I was like, this looks fun. It looks like Wave Race, but with hover stuff.
Yeah.
And you shoot.
And you
Super
shoot
fun.
stuff. You shoot.
That looks fun.
So the cool thing about it is that you start out, I think you're one of 16 racers. And if you shoot, you get weapon power-ups and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And one of the strategy I use, shoot as many guys as you can, because once you knock one, you destroy one, they're out of the race. And so
Forever.
yeah. So like I think the highest I've killed 12 guys out of the 16. I think that's the best I've ever done.
Oh, okay.
And but so like if you're picking if you're on a slower vehicle or whatever, that's a good, that's more durable. But it's just like F-Zero or anything else where they or T-Mech where the vehicle you choose has pros and cons, and you can see all the stats.
Yeah.
But it's super fun. But you can link up to like 8 of them. And I'm
So
like,
say they had 2 of them, but they were you just grabbed one, and then
the other game was something else. And
gotcha.
the dude was actually disappointed because we showed up because I had my.
We just want one,
right? I know. Yeah, I had, but I was very clear in my emails to him, like, "Oh, I'm interested in the Atari Vapor TRX." And I forgot what the other thing was, like a Cruisin' World or something.
yeah, but they had to replace the monitor with an LCD, and it wasn't a good replacement where you could see the whole bezel of the monitor, and it just looked janky as hell.
It was bad. Yeah, so we showed up in my because I now have a Toyota Sienna 2024 Sienna, and so we show up, and then he's like, "I was expecting you to show up in a truck," and I was like, I've been
Harry, no Dodge Grand Caravan.
No,
that's your arcade hall and machine. I'm telling
yeah, but
you.
it has to be a Shaken Wagon.
Exactly. It's for the dogs. It's a dog limo.
Chicks love the Shaken Wagon.
But yeah, and we barely got it to fit. Like for a minute there, we thought we'd have to come back, but it comes apart really nicely. And then Jim figured out like how we could stick like some bracket thing. I forgot. Oh, the seat, because the seat comes apart. And you managed to put that in a place where we were able to like get everything to fit, and not because it was like an hour and a half away in San Jose.
Yeah, and that game got played that was nonstop play at CAX and Halloween.
Wait, which game?
The Vapor TRX.
Oh,
yeah. And it was so cute. Like at CAX, like sometimes there'd be like 2 kids on it, like so they'd be like because it's like a motorcycle seat that you're sitting on basically for the hover, which makes it also more fun. So you have this like straddly motorcycle seat, and you're and it was so cute to see the kids, and you can actually play it without shooting anybody. I think it'd be a lot harder to actually win, but
chat's blowing up here.
I know.
That's what laughing at. What are you laughing at? It's
Why are all these people just giggling in the background? Some inside joke. Yeah, usually.
Adam's going, guys.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
Good to see you, Adam.
Yeah,
Adam. Nice
Adam.
to hear from you.
Hopefully, less than 3 years next time.
Yes, I think your news made everyone's Christmas.
Yeah,
too.
that was crazy.
Oh, it just wait. Give it 5 minutes. Gak's popping in.
I can do that.
Gak attack.
Gak will say hi bye.
Wait, does anybody have the sound clip of Gak laughing?
I do.
Oh God,
Nightfire might.
I got it in my brain.
I gotta see if it's actually on the board though.
Well, actually, I think I have it.
Oh, Gak's really in his space. He's not. He's not with the fake.
Oh, yeah, I see
looks like.
the hanging bikes. Yeah, good point.
Oh shit! There he is.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, hey, Gak.
Adam was just about to leave. I said, "Wait 5 minutes," because Gak is
your
popping
audio
in.
on. I can't hear you.
I just wanted to hop on to say hello and welcome to the Arcade Hangout. We are the longest running live arcade podcast on YouTube.
Yeah,
cheers,
we do
everybody.
this. Yeah, you can cheers. Yeah, you can say that because here we are. Yeah,
it's true.
I've seen them.
We just might take
season 2.
Yeah, I would say we take a break between seasons.
Oh Jesus! This isn't some other arcade radio.
You guys hear that?
We won't, yeah.
Get ready for another 259 episodes this season 2.
There you go. There it is.
I put it in chat too. In case you guys want a copy of it.
Oh man.
Oh, the old
That's gonna be my
soundboard.
phone ring from now
I was,
on.
yeah, I was just
Oh,
gonna say
that'd be
my new
terrifying. That'd make me jump out of bed if that.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel. Sorry.
I still remember that. That was let the man speak. We were
Yeah.
all talking
Yeah, let the
over.
poor man
Let-
speak.
yeah, let the,
yes.
yeah, let the poor man speak. Yeah.
Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern.
That
was the
all
other
right
one I
then,
put in
yeah.
chat.
Oh.
That was John live every single fucking Tuesday.
Oh man. I don't miss those Wednesdays though. I used so many sick days back then. I'd burn them as soon as I earned them.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Have fun.
Yeah.
All right, Adam.
Merry Christmas, Adam.
See you.
God bless.
Yeah.
Have a great one, Adam.
Happy holidays.
All right,
Yeah.
take care,
Thanks
guys.
for joining. Yep. See you, Adam.
All right, bye.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's
So
exciting.
I can't see everybody
So
that's on here
what-
because I'm on my iPad. Who all we got here, Jimbo?
We got
Mock, I saw
Bardelli,
him.
Dave, Clint, Night Flyer, Carrie, Elon Musk.
Nice.
Our buddy, our old pal Gleek.
Yep.
Orange Whip
There we
and
go.
Mock. Yeah.
Awesome.
And Bardelli
Cheers.
has been texting me about the game. He keeps texting me victory. One word, victory. I asked him a question. I'm like, come on the show when you get home. Victory.
Oh, Barbie. You said
Barbie.
Okay, shit.
Oh, Steve
Well,
Barbie.
you said
Yeah.
Bardelli. And I'm
Oh,
looking-
Steve
Steve
Bardelli.
I was very confused. I'm like, I haven't
Bardelli,
texted
not
anybody. Is
Barbie.
my shit been hacked?
Except for those dick pics. Yeah. You got something to show me? Yeah.
Well, shit, Mock. It's been probably 2 years since we talked, right? Something like that.
Since Texas.
You guys
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like a half hour
The
from each
stars at night.
Half hour. Yeah, exactly.
other.
Yeah, California is like a half hour from one border to the other.
Yeah, it's so
right?
close.
And Gleek, man, it's been a long time with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are
it's
you
been
Where are you
forever.
living at nowadays?
Same place. Everything's the same except no arcades.
In Michigan.
Now he's
I
into
knew at one point
UFOs.
you were.
No,
at one
no,
point
it's
you were
mostly
talking-
cornhole, Jim, not UFOs.
Yeah.
I thought at one point you were talking about moving to California or something.
I still might. My brother's still doing good out there. He lives right by the LAX, so he's still doing good out there.
Your butter?
nice.
Did I hear that?
What?
Butter?
Brother,
I heard,
brother.
Oh, brother. I heard butter. I'm like,
Butter. It's my
making
beer slur.
his side business is he's making butter.
It's melting real well.
Making
out there.
butter. No,
How
everything's
you
good.
doing, Orange Drip?
Surviving.
Long time.
Surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, see you later. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, exactly. All right, see you in a couple years.
Yeah, that's all I needed. Yeah. Glad nothing's changed. No. Yeah, I was telling Gak before a lot of people popped on, I was telling that it only took me and Brad because I was like, before I start like trying to set this up like I used to, assuming that I knew how to like do this like we did back then with linking it with YouTube, I'm like, I should message Brad first, like pretty early, because who knows what's going to happen.
What'll take set up? Yeah.
Took us about an hour and a half to figure it out. I think it was something simple, but it was a process of like, wait, didn't I do this and
I never worked with Zoom before. You guys did Zoom kind of after I stopped. When
Yeah,
I
it
opened
used
the
to be-
arcade, I wasn't on very often. So
What
It
was
used
it
to be
before?
Google
Oh, it's
Hangout.
Google
It was
Hangout.
Google
Yeah.
Hangout, yeah.
Hangouts.
which was way simpler.
And tied into Arcade Hangout, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was way easier back then.
So they start charging crazy money for it.
Yeah.
Well, they just dropped it. They're just like, no.
Yeah, they gave up on it.
Yeah.
Or they got
Yes.
bought out, yeah.
And it was too bad because it worked great, and I like the feature when someone talks, the would go to full screen automatically, and it did some
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Yep.
And they just
When they
got rid of it.
implemented the five sound effects that you could use, I'm like, this is the best thing ever.
That's the
I
start
wish I
of
had more.
something.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, Gak's still in the arcade scene, clearly. So
Yeah.
we're just kind of doing the rounds about like who's still collecting and what's and
It's
any
like
updates and whatnot.
it's almost like figures they can go buy.
I've sworn to get out. I've sworn to get out about at least 17 times. Every time a game dies, I'm out. I'm selling everything. That's it. But it just can't happen.
I still like when we were on the poker one of the nights. I still want to do the Have You Ever game between Dave and Gak about like, have you ever tapped him on, or have you ever?
Yeah.
But Bardelli, it could be a three-way. But you've done some soldering
soon because the gyrus just died.
Oh, I've done all kinds of crazy shit. Usually I make my games worse.
Yeah, it was. I had collapsed anyways, but
what kind of monitors in it?
Geo 7. And I have a cap kit here. I don't have a flyback, but I have like
Geo 7s are easy to work
multiple
on.
cap kits. I figured I might as well try it.
Definitely get that flyback. They do love
Dave just needs to buy a soldering iron first.
I have 3.
I still have some old Radio Shack specials in their packaging that I never opened. The like $5 special.
Those things are real handy for repair in a pinch.
Yeah. You just plug them in, and they just get to whatever temperature they're going to get to. And
They just get hot, and there you go.
Yeah. So how do I replace a tip? No, you just throw that thing away.
Yeah, you just throw the whole thing away.
So, Gak, have you picked up anything in a while? Or what's the last thing you remember you've picked up?
That was a good question. Who said that?
I'm trying to think
Orange
here.
Whip. That was a great question. Like, no, I haven't. I missed the juice though. I picked up a cocktail, not for me though. It's in my garage. A cocktail Pac-Man from somebody, and I was gonna go out and look at it. When we got here, the guy said nothing was working.
I'm going to switch it up and get a beer.
It was in pretty good shape. The only thing is, my friend, I'm like, dude, that's not an original glass. It's screen printed original. It looks good though. If you want screen print, you can get it. It's expensive as hell because they got to ship it. But I mean, it's in great shape. Yes, $400 is worth it if you get this thing fixed. I mean, Pac-Mans are just like Pac-Man kind of looks great. It's in great shape. The whole body's good, except it's not working, and it's in my garage because he's like, we're gonna put it in a storage unit. He just keeps buying games and throws. He sells stuff in an antique, like in a flea market. And I met him because I was at that flea market, and he had a game, and I'm like, did you get this? He had a narc. Did you get this from that fucking 70s or that mid-century modern place? I go, yeah, the guy had like 20 or $2,000 on it. He goes, what, did you pay that? Yes. And he goes, oh, I paid $1,600. And I get ripped off. Kind of. I go, it's got a desirable monitor in it, but that's a lot of money, man. Yeah. I went in there because I saw it when I was driving by, and I'm like, oh, maybe they'll go cheap because it's not furniture.
That's for you, Gak. Treehouse.
But he just keeps buying games and throwing them in the storage unit. But he's my friend. That was the most. It was it was a little fun going because I love the guy's basement, but I didn't get the juice Orange Whip of my own picking up a game.
Shred,
Nice. I mean, I got a little bit. I guess it's like I recently had a friend watching somebody have a beer, maybe.
Vanilla porter.
I recently had $100 missile command right down the street coming.
Voodoo Ranger.
And I was like, how many steps? And she's like, 5 going down. I was like, nah, that's it.
I love these.
Dave's always a fucking Bud Light. Always.
Yep.
Consistent as gravity.
I'm telling you.
The only
How
game
many
I can
games
think
do you
of
have now, Dave?
Wait,
what?
Gak's going to tell what Gak what
How many games do you have?
Oh.
Cross-tech. Yeah. One at a time.
Yeah.
Let the man speak.
16. There's a punch out. I think there's 13 or 14 down here. I don't know. I should know that immediately. There's a punch out in the garage, which got to come down, and then a Spy Hunter cockpit in my parents' garage around the corner. I have all the shit. I sent the boards and the repairs. The yoke's not working right, and me and my friend Warren, I have the new side art. Like I gotta, because once it's down here, it's not going anywhere. There's no room to work on shit, so we got to get it been there for like 2 years. But I have like all new parts, all the art, everything. Stuff's been powder coated. It's just it's got to be put together and brought down here. So I think the basement could fit 16, 17 with the cockpit. Like it's already planned for the cockpit. Like the biggest TV I could get was a 43-inch because I knew the cockpit was going to go underneath, and the seat I'd have clearance. Like because when I did the whole thing, I had it all planned out. I was all excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get like a 100-inch TV for here. I'm like, fuck, I can't get that because it's the seats. It's got to go against this wall.
Yeah, it's all mapped out and measured.
Yes, and then, but then Warren or somebody said if I just change my middle section, I could fit 2 more games in with, so I think I can fit a couple more.
That's what it's all about, the maximum capacity.
There's 4 in the
We're
shed.
all
I think I can fit 6. I just got
We're all experts at playing Tetris arcade cabinets.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, I
regular yellow
rearranged
Pac-Man with a
Carrie's
bit kit.
entire garage.
That's really all I want.
Oh, we need a new picture of it then. I haven't seen it since like 4 years ago. Her garage.
Oh shit! I did a whole walkthrough video on my channel.
I could have missed it.
Yeah.
How many games does she have?
I want.
Well, just like that video then, Jim.
What's that? Yeah, I'll
Just like the video.
I want to hear what Gak has.
So yeah, let's go back to Gak. What do you got?
All right, so
show us what you got.
So I had to think about it. I'm pretty sure that is the last game I got, and it was a couple of years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. R-Type, so Nintendo R-Type.
Yeah.
And so this was an interesting one. It was on OfferUp, and I think they were asking like 200 or 250. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna haggle on this one. You know,
Yeah,
working.
just go get it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll take it. Like they posted it in the morning on a weekday, and I work from home now, and so I'm like, I'll just take a long lunch.
Yeah.
So I was like, where are you at? Because it was it'll say their location in the listing,
General
And
area.
and their location said it was like roughly 15 minutes from my house. And then when they messaged me back, they're like, oh no, it's down in he was like Elk Grove or something. I'm like, shit, that's like an hour drive almost each way. I'm like, that's all right, I'll be there, So they give me the address, and I put it in my map search thing, and get this, it was a crematorium.
Wow.
Where they cremate bodies, right?
That's crazy.
And I'm like, well, here's a new one. Here's a new one.
I never
Well,
thought
the joke
that.
I was saying after, I was like, man, I wish it was like Ghouls and Ghosts or Phoenix. Phoenix would
Monster
be perfect.
Bash.
Phoenix was perfect, rising from the ashes.
What was the game?
Crematorium.
I hope you have an ozone machine.
I never had crematorium on my arcade bingo card.
Yeah. So I get down there, and it was like it was a string of warehouse spaces basically, and they had a big roll-up door, and so I walked up, and the room was open, but you could tell it was like a staging area. There was like at the back of the room there was a lift that went up to something. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. I kind of don't want to know.
That's where they park the hearse.
And the guy's like,
bring out your dead.
It definitely had a funky smell. And the guy's like, yeah, it's back here in the side room. So I go over there, and I'm just kind of like, am I gonna see like people, dead bodies, like about to get fried or what? And I didn't see any though. But I could see like pipes and stuff, like they had an operation going on. And so I asked the guy, I'm like, so because I always like to try to get the backstory, like, so how did you get this? And he's like, well, it was a former employee that was here, and he had me store it for him for like a few years, and I've been asking him to pick it up for like a year or two now, and the guy's a no-show. So here we are. I'm just getting rid of it. I'm like, okay.
What game was it? I missed this. I was
R-Type.
Oh, okay.
For $200
in a crematorium.
Yeah. And it was working, but like the marquee itself was just replaced with a solid black plexiglass. It was just solid black, no marquee. And so when I got home, I was in the driveway, and I'm like, man, I am Windexing this thing inside and out, Lysol and everything, in the driveway.
It smells like formaldehyde.
Even though it's not going in the house, it's not going in the house. But I'm like, I'm making sure I get this as clean as I possibly can before it goes up next day on the game.
Clear coated.
It's got body dust all over.
I got a bunch of garlic and holy water. I mean,
what could be worse?
Weirder.
A whorehouse?
You might have spirits trapped in there.
Stripper club.
There was a story. Somebody got a Tempest Cabaret at a strip club.
Naughty boy.
I don't remember who it was, and there was jokes about it having glitter on it.
No, the game.
Anyway, so I got the machine, like pretty cleaned up, and the buttons were kind of messed up, and I figured it out and got it, got the colors right and everything. Got the marquee light was missing, got that in there. And then I didn't realize till I was starting to play, like there was something wrong with one of the program chips on it or something, because only some of the text was like inverted. The gameplay was all normal. I
remember that. Yeah.
Because I had it at CAX in 2022.
So weird.
and I think I only had it for a few months at that point, a couple months. And then I had it this year at CAX also. Both times I had it for sale. I'm like, evil spirits, go away. You know, like,
it's so weird because
you sold it for $200.
It's not a graphics glitch. It's not like a chip because the text was still there. Like you said, it was inverted.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole text is there. It's just like part of it's inverted. Like what?
It was like playing a record backwards.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all the text because some of it I think was correct, but like your scores were upside down. It was the R type, the logo R type, but maybe that's not considered text. It's a graphic.
Yeah.
Like the R type logo looked right. But anyways.
So the game played fine. It was just that. It was the text.
Yeah, the monitor needed a rejuve or rebuild, which is totally out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
The red was kind of brownish red, like brick red.
This is brown red.
Yeah, exactly. Brown red. So yeah, CAX 2 years ago. I had it for sale for like $700. The cabinet was a pretty beater too, and I'm like, I only had one guy ask, and he asked if I could deliver it like the following Monday somewhere in the Bay Area, and I'm like, nope, I'm like a 3-hour drive from here.
Yeah,
you know, if you're not taking it here from the show, you're gonna have to come out to me. And so I never heard from that guy again after that. And then this year, I'm like, I'll just put like $550 on it. See, because you know the
That's
market's
still a
weird.
really good fucking price.
Yeah,
dude, I drive down to California to pick that up for $550.
I mean, you know, it definitely needed work. It was a project. I cleaned it up a lot, but it was still a major project.
I thought it looked pretty decent at CAX, honestly.
Yeah, it was all right. I made it presentable, but only one guy made an offer, and then I think he offered me like $450, and I didn't even haggle. I'm like, done.
Did you have a new marquee in it? Did you replace that?
Yeah, so I put in, honestly, I probably put in like 2 or 3 hours of the work and $50 or $60 between the marquee and the marquee light.
Oh, at least you did that. That's cool.
That gives new meaning to bringing a game back from the dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, boom.
I see what you did there.
Well, that's what happens when you hit
Jack,
your 40s.
I know you told it before, but I know there's some kind of history with your Paperboy. Isn't there a history with it? Like it's like a low number or something?
You probably can't see it back there.
Well, I can see it. That's why I'm asking.
I can see the shape of the cabinet.
It's serial number 1.
Oh.
Now, I don't have any way to prove or disprove that, and I have not seen anybody else to prove or disprove it. But the serial number is handwritten, and it's written in like 2 or 3 places. And the guy I bought it from, there's no reason he would have faked that to try to sell it for more. He had no clue. He didn't know anything about it. The guy I got it from. And it was later, my buddy Tron guy, aka Dylan, he rebuilt the monitor for me. This is years ago. At least 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. And then I had no idea either. And he's rebuilt the monitor, and he sent me a message. He's all, "Hey, Gak, did you realize this is like serial number 1, dude?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he sent me pictures. I'm like, "No way." So,
shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever ask Atari Scott? But he might know information.
Yeah, I haven't. I've had multiple conversations with him. I never asked him, but I don't know. I know he had the prototype, the Paperboy prototype that was in like a Return of the Jedi cab. If you've seen the pictures of that, but I think he sold that.
He was at CAX this year, wasn't he?
He's saying a lot.
I'm pretty sure he
a
was.
lot lately.
Yeah, he goes to all the CAX shows. He's been bringing less games. I think a lot of us are doing that as we get older.
He's been selling a lot lately.
Yeah. So
except Carrie, she still demands to bring a shit ton of games.
How many did you do the last show you went?
So I teamed up with a local buddy, Greg is his name. He lives about maybe 45 minutes an hour drive from here. So I think we brought about half and half. We had about 26 games or so. So we each brought about 13, 14 games. Because a full truckload. It's a 26-foot truck with liftgate. Yeah, and I think it fits about 26 to 28 games max. And, I had my Super Sprint, which is big. And then the pole position cockpit, that takes up a lot of space.
Yep.
He had a couple of big machines too. But yeah.
We have
It definitely helps to partner up with somebody, because I've done a couple of years where I was solo and I just have my kids, my teenage or sons helping me.
Greg and Dylan are super nice dudes too. Yeah.
Yeah, definiting.
Do
Dylan
they still
moved way up
help? Are
north.
they?
Though.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably in college.
Dylan
and
moved
stuff
way
now.
up north. He's Reading
Shit.
area or something like that,
Okay.
somewhere way up there. Humboldt maybe somewhere. Yeah, he's like a 4 or 5 hour drive.
Was that him that about his truck getting moved? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a story.
Yeah.
There are some good CAC stories.
He parked
this year.
in an area that was like a semi truck parking zone or something like that. And the hotel has his phone number because he checked in, and he got a voicemail from him saying he needed to move it or it was going to get towed.
By the way, Dylan is the nicest dude ever.
Super nice.
Oh yeah, he's really nice.
He's
Yeah.
super
I'll say
chill.
this though. I'll say this. Like a lot of us, Gleek, I'm thinking of you. We can come off like an ass on the forums and stuff.
Yeah.
We could be a keyboard warrior and you just sound like such an asshole. But in person, you're like fun to hang out, shoot the shit, and have beers.
Talking about Gek, you're one of the biggest assholes I've ever met in my life.
That's nothing like Gleek. He's a dick in person.
So John guy is kind of like that too. Like he can be a bit salty online, but in person, man, he's the greatest guy. But anyways, yeah. So but we were a few beers in at this point. We've been partying for a while at CAX, and then he gets the voicemail from the hotel, and then he calls him back, and he's speaking to the manager or whoever. And he's like, well, you better tell them they better not fucking touch my truck. I'm gonna be fucking down there, right? Like he's like cussing him out and threatening him. They're saying the police can like go his car or something. He's like, yeah, you go ahead and tell the police to come down there. I'm gonna go talk to him right now. Like he's like so like aggro, but he's like looking at us like,
come at me, bro.
Like, yeah, he's like looking at us. I think he was just like doing it to joke around, but like the other guy, I'm sure didn't think he was joking around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were like, shit, he's gonna get arrested. Like Barbie was in the room with us when he was having that call. He was genuinely like worried. He's like, dude, is Dylan gonna get arrested or is he gonna be all right? I'm like, nah, he'll be fine. So yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I used to when I would go to Southern Fried Gaming Expo here in Atlanta each year. I'd try to get as many games as possible. And this last year I was like, I'm not bringing 8 games anymore. This year I brought 6.
Because, even though you weren't bringing it,
because I was going to bring 2, and I was like,
you twisted my arm. Yeah. Now I feel like Scrooge. Yeah.
I'll bring the Robotron, and I'll bring that, and sure, I'll bring the Twilights. Okay.
Well, if you're bringing all those,
I had a sweet spot. Like the first few years, my kids were really young, and they couldn't muscle around games. They would help me like guide around stuff, but when they became like teenagers, man, they were my workhorses helping me.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Dude, this year at CAX, having like we had a team like between you, Dylan, and like volunteering with me and Carrie, like we were hauling ass.
If you go way faster,
and the floors are all flat, so that's a big deal.
Yeah,
like
that's
like so you get those good dollies like we have with the wheels that drop out back. And fuck, you can just bam, just go.
Well, how many games did you and Terry
Jimbo,
bring,
how tall are you, buddy?
I'm 6'1".
Yeah,
so not that tall.
You got those killer biceps now.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait.
I got tattooed. All you need is a tattoo and a tight shirt.
So Carrie, I can ask Carrie or Jim. What games did you bring to CAX last time? Like how many?
What do we bring, Carrie?
Yeah.
10, 11?
Okay, Carrie, you're
muted.
You're muted.
Carrie is muted.
This isn't a work meeting.
Yep. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Taylor's here. So talking with her. I think we brought 10 games.
Oh, wow.
10. Fucking 10. Which is about what we normally bring. So it's, and let's see if I can do this.
That's a lot.
Well, we talked about Atari Vapor TRX. Which was the new one.
Oh, shit. Seabart. Seabart entering in 5, 4, 3.
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Oh shit!
Unreal.
Got the bar.
Oh wait, it crashed. Sorry.
Wow, there's an
holy shit!
Wow, it's like
4 years.
No time has passed. It looks the
same fucking spot. He has
same spot,
same games.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Wait! It's just a still photo.
That's insane, Bart.
He's streaming an old show.
What's up, Seabart?
That is unreal.
I need him to talk because I can't see him.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
you got.
You need a bigger screen there, buddy.
There should
I'm
be a
on my
thing
it's
that's
my iPad.
I think
your
you can
iPad doesn't it have a
scroll.
button where you can make it all. You see all the squares.
Gallery
just
gallery
one?
view.
Gallery
Yeah,
view.
gallery.
Yeah.
All right, I'll figure this out.
It has a whole bunch of little squares. and-
Okay, okay. So now
Hey,
you're at the
Seabird.
bottom. Okay, so I can see a handful of you guys on the bottom.
I always like being on the top.
The order will be different for everybody.
Found that.
Dude, speaking of
hot
hot
chip
shit, I'm
challenge.
eating all these hot Pringles. They're
Chip
fucking
challenge.
fire.
Hot ice.
It's a heartburn in a
Yeah.
can.
Melty ice.
Love
It's
it.
the best of both worlds.
Hold on, wait a second. Fucking Seabart.
Suck the Seabart.
We need like DJ
There we
Flask.
go.
DJ Flaskak. What a cunt or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, anyways, Carrie. So the games.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, I don't. That's not as exciting as Seabart joining us.
No, that's true.
Sorry, someone,
Vapor
someone
TRX.
burst a
I'll go
pipe.
through a couple of them quickly.
Reactor.
Yeah, Tempest, Reactor, Cloak and Dagger. That Gak, you'll appreciate this. Brought Moon Patrol. You still have the highest score.
Nice.
Like you,
That 100,000 point is definitely a hard thing to break. Yeah.
Dude, how did you do that? I mean, it's ridiculous for it to go to CAC that number of times and still be like the
Not
number
even
of
touch.
scores.
It's multiple
That's pretty
gag
awesome.
scores on there.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
it's
mean, I can
ridiculous.
regularly get in the 70,000 range, maybe 80,000, but to get more than that is like so brutal. But I pulled it off one time and broke on it.
That's a great example though of the game that it's easy to pick up and you get addicted to and really tough to master.
Which one is that? I didn't hear.
Moon Patrol.
Moon Patrol.
I just started getting better at Moon Patrol as well. I actually really like that game now.
And
Me too. Me too. Whip, and then mine died. Of course.
You know what I found the key to it is just calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And just play it slow.
And yes, be completely comfortable with playing slow. Like you always want to move from left to right, and so I think your instinct is always to be like, "Oh shit!"
You want to always beat the time, and just like no, just chill out and let shit happen.
Oh, interesting.
That's
just let it happen.
Yeah,
I'm like Defender, right? I'm like Defender.
And Defender, which was also one of the games that went. And I'll just say the history of that game, of that particular Moon Patrol, is that I had played it at the Emporium in San Francisco. And then the guy who had the game sold it to a fellow who opened an arcade in Auburn, California, which is about 3 hours away. That's where Gak went and played it a whole bunch because he's only like an hour or so.
Yeah, it's about a 20-minute drive.
I forgot that was Carrie's trigger word, Defender. My bad.
Defender, yes, exactly. And,
the green versus white button debate.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
think Andrew's not in yet. No.
And then when they closed the arcade, I went up to Auburn and bought it from the guy who had the arcade and brought it back to the Bay Area, which is where it should have been all along. And I just missed it. Like Joel had sold it to the fellow and it hadn't been picked up yet. And I'm like, damn it. I'm like, if it falls through, I'll come get it. So I got the game back, but that's why Gak's scores are all on it.
Did you fix the cocktail mode on it at least?
Yes. Good.
That was a big peeve. Like sometimes I would be in there and with a friend or whatever, and they're like, let's play doubles. And he goes second player. I'm like, what the hell? It's upside down. I'm like, Kevin, you got to fix this.
Right. And the fix was just like going in, like you just
switch, right?
Yeah, it was a switch. It was so stupid. Like it
Oh,
was so
I just
easy.
looked up
Can I make a request real quick? A request. Seabart, I like how you are storing all of your hats on top of your Starship 1 game there. Will you please put on that Christmas hat?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good old time.
That used to be our MO. We'd all be in our Christmas gear.
Yes.
Remember those days? Fuck.
I just looked up the.
But that begs the question: has he
Beautiful.
Are any more of his games? And by more, I mean all 3 of them. Are they all working, or are they still?
Oh, nice.
What's the repair status on your 3 games?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I remember track and field used to work. Does it?
I like that hat, Seabart. You can now pass for Ingrid from
Adam,
Steed.
Seabart's a Canadian too. We've got a lot of Canadian presence here.
There we go.
2,
Beautiful.
3.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, we just need Warren.
Yeah,
Dave.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
It's
Dave,
the arcade hangout now.
Hangout. You don't talk
He's wearing
like
his
that.
Christmas toque.
Now.
Duke, yeah. Duke on.
I forgot how itchy this thing is, and it probably's been up there since the last Christmas episode.
All right, you can
That
take it
is-
off. I don't want you to break out in hives or something.
4 pounds of back bacon, 3
I
French
just wanted to
toast,
see it, to be
2
honest with you.
turtlenecks, and a beer
And
in
a restraining order.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Throwback.
Well, that was like a decade ago, man.
Just a joke. Just a joke.
Yeah, that's a good story, though. See, Chris.
Yeah,
I do like
tell me
that.
about it.
Threatening
That's
the
got all
mayor
that
of
stuff cleared
Canada.
up to last month.
Or the mayor of Toronto.
Dave, when's Warren coming in? Come on.
I don't know. He's a landed immigrant. He's not a real Canadian. He's a
Oh,
fake Canadian.
He's not coming.
Yeah,
out.
we're kicking those guys
He's
out.
he's a Canadian.
He
You
still
can't
likes
trust
the
them
television,
Canadians.
though. You guys all got this boner.
Dude,
for
we love
television.
Warren. He's the sweetest dude ever.
Oh, dude, he's the
awesome.
smartest motherfucker. You ask him, he knows.
He knows
He's-
everything. He
Yeah,
knows
That
everything
dude's
about it.
Oh, speaking of like meeting someone in person that you've only like for the first time, when I met him at one of the Sneak Fests, I was like, this dude's I don't know what it is. When I see people on screen, like you kind of in your mind you develop.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're about this high. This
Yeah, you
height.
probably thought Warren was about 5'5". So did I.
I thought he was short, and then
Yeah.
in person, I'm like, Jesus, what the fuck? Where'd
Yeah,
you come
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make.
Yeah.
I think because I don't know, because he's so
It's the
sweet
same-
or something.
It's the
I don't
same
know
thing
what it
though
is.
about arcades in their background. Like I've never been over to your place, Bardelli, but like Dave, his arcade looks ginormous, and in
No,
person,
I'm under 400 square feet here in this room.
Yeah,
but
it's
it looks way
packed in
bigger
there.
than that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's making
You
good
did-
use of space.
Definitely, yeah.
But you know how I met Warren? Warren saw, for everyone else, my friend Warren, who's not here, he was going to join. He's a
He's
I don't
been
think
on-
it
he's
is.
been
He's
on-
probably too shy. He's probably
he's been
being
no, he's
shy.
been on
No,
our
he's
show
No, he
asleep.
probably
before.
fell asleep or something. I don't know.
That's
Oh,
normally
okay.
Dave's.
Yeah,
MO,
But,
MO,
but-
yeah.
Warren was watching. He was watching John's Arcade Brofest 2 video and saw that I had a shirt on local to this area. And like, shit, that guy's from Buffalo. And he tracked me down on Claw and then say, hey, I saw you on John's Arcade. I have arcade games too. Mine are homemade. Mame, I'm sorry, I know it's not, but he does an amazing job. And so he like
That's how you met him? I thought you
yeah,
guys
he
were like
tracked me
childhood
down.
friends.
No, and the
He's-
first
no,
time I
he
saw him
stopped
is when we were doing poker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because
Jesus,
he
what's
invited
going
me
on
to a
in
poker
chat?
game
Come on,
at his
Bardelli,
house.
don't you know, Dave is
Dave's
the
kind of a
ultimate-
thing. Dave's kind of a
Dave's
thing.
the ultimate
you know?
violator to take advantage of a fan.
Oh, and every time this guy is like my ultimate.
He
Oh, you
has,
know how to
like,
work on stuff?
He's helped me put a
used
hot water
Warren
tank.
so many
and
times.
every time I make it, he did my fucking Dragon's Lair. All the shit I made him do. I always go, hey, Warren,
No.
you track me down. I was fine with
No,
friends. You're the
Warren's
one who
been on a
found
few
me.
of our shows in the
Now you
past.
gotta
He's
do all
been
this
on a
shit.
handful,
Yeah.
and I don't know which one it was, but he did do a little
Yeah,
like,
sorry,
tour
Seabird.
of
Just
his
throw that thing
of his
away.
walkthrough of his
Sorry.
arcade,
Uh-huh.
and he
Yeah,
did
that was
such a
garbage.
bang up job. No one can condemn what Warren did. He
No,
did such a
they're
good fucking.
awesome.
His games
Yeah.
are so awesome, and he
Yeah.
didn't destroy any original
No,
cabinets.
he made his own, and
They're
and what's
beautiful.
Yeah, and they're all like they're specific. Like he's got a pole position cabinet that plays all the driving games.
Yep.
He's got a Tempest cabinet. He's got a Mad Planets cabinet that he built all
These
himself.
and these are built. He didn't
They're-
destroy
and
any.
what's great
original
about it is
cabinets.
he's got a pool table, and so a lot of them, all of them are half cabs. They're mounted
Yeah,
to the wall,
they're gorgeous.
and you don't even realize that you're looking.
Yeah,
you're
'cause he's-
thinking,
He's
and I'm like, he goes-
maximizing the floor space.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the cabinets are like half the depth
Because he
from
wanted
the
to be able
side.
to play-
But from the
still
front,
play
they look
pool.
the same.
And
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
rag
They're
on him
LCDs.
all the time, and guess what? All of his games fucking work, and none of my
Exactly.
games work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
He's got
I
the
thought it was
control schemes for
really
everything.
sweet of him. He has had when Mancation last year, the poker thing that Dave was talking about. We visited Warren's place, and so we got to see. That's how I know I got to see him all in person. But he has all these little mini marquees on the wall, and he had us all sign them, like pick a marquee and sign it. And I was between Eyes and Super Punch Out, but because of the white space. But yeah, but it was super odd. Like his space is really like it makes complete sense, and that dude is talented as all hell.
Yeah.
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
he's a good
He's a good egg.
He's like a Photoshop ultimate. He's like Yoda because
Yeah.
he's
Yoda.
that's what his job is, and he's good with woodworking. Like he's all this.
Well, clearly
stuff.
we saw the fucking baseball game that he had.
Yeah, Mock and Seabar.
that
Were
was-
you here
yeah.
when they
That-
put up
that's-
the picture?
that's it all
I
right
think
there.
Mock was, but maybe not.
What?
Definitely not.
Mock
Seabar.
was. Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, but it's beautiful. He does
For the
beautiful
baseball
work.
game, the silver. The
I
You guys
was
like in
thinking,
television? In television has these little cards, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
slip-ons.
overlays.
The overlay
Yeah, and he
slip-ons,
made
yeah.
a really awesome like little display of them, like a little
Lighted.
lighted display. And
Yeah,
it's
he
so-
all
3D
of
printed
them,
like a
or
marquee
just-
box for him.
Oh,
It's
all-
like a
because
five.
probably like
and
8
every
of them or
game
something.
came
swap
with
in
one, whether it
different
needed it or
overlays
not.
and the
too,
art,
which
and
is
it's all
funny.
lit up. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
these
want
guys,
to have
the
a
Canadians,
television.
were all doing this in television off. Everyone's Barbie bought an television. So did
I got
Bartell.
it
Yeah.
in television.
I have
They
my-
got everybody hooked on the
That's
television.
I grew up.
I
with
have my
It was-
my childhood in television with almost
I
every
think it
single
was.
Oh, that's
a
right,
combo
Orange Whip.
of-
That's right. We talked about that.
It was a combo of Mr. Elon Musk here and Warren. Those two guys were talking us up a storm about the whole Intellivision thing.
This was that.
I
this
got
was
one. Donnie got one. Everyone got one. Yeah, yeah.
This is last
Look at
Sneak
he's
Fest.
playing in a television game.
Yeah, I told Warren like, wow,
Yeah,
this,
totally.
Yeah.
I told
Great
Warren like,
graphics.
The graphics have got a lot better.
Yeah, really good. He's playing this UFC.
He's
fight
modded
game.
it.
Yeah. Like Warren, just stage it like you're playing a game because I want to take a picture while you guys are watching this fight, like you're playing a television. So,
Television was fun. The Tron game on it was great. Deadly Discs. That's a
the
awesome
controller
we did a
is
we did a
just
high
awful.
score challenge on that. We did a high score
You
challenge.
did, yeah.
Get
You
to
guys ever gone
the
for
guards at
lightsabers?
the end. The guards where they touch you and it's game over.
Did anybody get to the
Instant.
lightsabers?
What?
Lightsabers?
There's and Tron Deadly Disc. If you get a
Are you
million
talking about-
points, you get orange guys with lightsabers.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The
Oh,
guards.
I
The
never
guards
made
come
that
out.
before.
Those are the guards. So yeah, you touch them and that's it. It's instant game over. So that's where
Yeah.
the real challenge comes in after the million.
That sounds morbidly sexual.
I would say the real challenge is the first stage. That's what I would say. That game was fun. I was just like,
Well, if you own it, you play it a lot. And
The two games
you
I
get good at
say
it.
the only two games that kind of like got my attention was it the Frog Bog? Is that right?
we all
That's
played the Frog Bog.
Frog Bog's
Everyone
great.
played
Frog
the
Bog.
That's like
And
the
then-
game at Grinkers we played, the frog.
And
game.
then
Yeah.
that like Beauty and the Beast or
Beauty and
something.
the
That
Beast,
was
Oh
that
yeah,
was
the
on
Magic
there.
game. I had almost all the games for Intellivision,
I'm
like
like-
Brad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
They
still have mine.
just are like the dumbest games ever, but they're fun.
No,
Yeah.
they were a lot of fun.
But man, your thumb and your wrist, like I know I'm old.
That's a
but
horrible
goddamn,
controller.
the controller
it's
sucks.
I
terrible.
found that I had to have
Like, I was
my
getting carpal
thumbnail.
tunnel
My
playing that
thumbnail
thing.
had to be filed like a knuckleball or like to perfection to play that.
It was the
Crazy.
side fire buttons would just cramp up your hand.
Yeah.
And,
Those,
Yeah.
and
that's what
and
the worst part was.
and the directional disc
Yeah.
had too many directions in it. It's
Awful.
not just up,
Awful.
down, and diagonal. It was like, how many directions could that thing go, Brad? Like
16.
27
16.
directions. Or
16.
something. 16. It was crazy. Yeah, it was
But like
way
games
overdone.
like baseball where you use the number pad to pass the ball
Yeah.
to second base
to
third
different
base is
people, it was
fun.
great for that. Or remember Armored Battle? You could switch tanks, and you could secretly drop mines behind you, and you don't see them on the screen until they drive over it.
I knew no one growing up that had
That
a
was
television.
fun.
It was all,
me either.
You now.
It was all Atari.
My cousin had it, cousin John. They know him. They were rocking.
We
the
didn't
television.
have one either, Jimbo, but my neighbor had one. And
I also
Burger Time,
never knew
Burger Time
anyone
was
that had a
probably the best
ColecoVision.
game for that. That was the
Yeah,
best
Burger
port
Time.
for that.
Yeah, that's why if you look at my icon and everything, it's Burger Time.
Yes,
from the
right,
television.
Orange Whip. That's correct. Yeah,
From the
that was
television.
their best port. That's what we always played when we were playing. Or Frog Bog. Or Frog Bog.
It's considered like the
Frog Bog was
best,
fun too.
the best port for the old consoles.
It is. It was amazing. It was great. And meanwhile, I had the 2600 back in my house, so I was so envious.
Orange
Just
Whip, you know who
Yeah.
loves
Yeah.
or television is Brian Koo. This
Oh,
year
does
he
he?
was because they brought one. We brought one to the Nassau, and Brian was all excited for it.
I knew no one that had a ColecoVision and a television. I only knew people that had like the latest Atari. I remember my cousin
Yeah,
got a
poor
7800, and I've told this story before, but my cousin got an Atari 7800, and I remember playing on his and being like, man, these games are fucking awesome. And he's like, well, let's trade games because the cartridge slot's the same. So I lent him some of my 2600 games, and he's playing them. So I took his Xevious home, and I'm so excited to play Xevious on mine because I'm a little kid. Like, I don't know how hardware works.
Yeah,
I plug it in, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
plug
yeah.
it in, and it doesn't work. And I was
Doesn't
like,
work.
no, why? Yeah.
You know what was cool about those old systems? They were so shitty that like you might consider just like going outside and playing wiffle ball or going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then once the NES came out, it was like, this is all I want to do for the rest of my life. This is it.
Yep.
Well, and I was a kid.
That was 8-bit, you know.
You know what's funny is I never.
Jim, you're a decade behind most of us. That's where the television, ColecoVision came in.
Yeah, but see, I was a kid on the block that always got. I was always a console behind everyone because I was the poor kid.
My parents were poor
I was playing
too.
2600 when everyone had an NES. And then I got an NES in 1989. By that time, people are like talking about Sega Genesis and shit. And I'm like, God damn it, yeah.
Oh, can I share with you guys my NES story?
Yes.
Because it's Christmas, okay?
No, this is
It's
the
a Christmas
arcade
story.
hangout.
It's a Christmas story.
Because the show is always strictly about
That's
why it's survived this long.
Jimbo, it's probably either
Obviously, he was.
You can't fucking
Jimbo,
swear.
it's probably 88 or 89. Everybody had a Nintendo but me. Everybody. I still had the 2600 and a Coleco. Everyone
had 6 of them.
And my parents were big.
64.
My parents were big into Christmas. They love Christmas. And they're like, it's like, I'm like, Dad, you get me all these amazing things for Christmas every year. All I want is a fucking NES. That's it. I don't give a shit about anything else, just an NES. And I knew where he kept the presents, right?
He was that kid that opened it up.
And my buddies, of course, all had NESs. And some of them still had the original box. So me, like a little deviant, I'm measuring their boxes.
I used to do that.
I had all the dimensions.
I used to do that. See which one is it.
I knew where my dad kept all the presents. And
Unless
I
you put it in another.
It was always
one that
close,
yeah.
but it wasn't the same dimensions. And I got so mad on Christmas Eve. I was like, you guys, you get me all this cool stuff for Christmas, but I don't want any of it. It's cool. All I want is a fucking NES, and I'm not getting one. I'm pissed. And my dad was like, how do you know you're not getting an NES? I was like, I measured all the boxes. It's bullshit. And come to find out, because it was so long, they changed the fucking box. And I felt like the biggest horse's ass. Until, of course, I opened
THC
it.
drink there, Gaki, I assume?
Yeah, THC beer.
Right. Well, they always try to.
Oh, Merry Christmas, bitches! Merry Christmas, Gaki.
Bardelli, I got a story that's not quite as good as yours.
Fucking Christmas,
but
Bart. Hey, Seabart! Seabart!
Have that? I don't have
right
that.
there, bro.
Yeah, I need to wash mine.
It's frosted.
Can I just say you? Well, I have to
see yours, Carrie.
I know I've got to take my blur off.
Or put your hand behind it.
The one of a kind Grinkfest 6 personalized glass. That
Keith made that, right?
Keith made it special for me. That's right.
Nice.
None of y'all have it.
No, but I've drank from
these
it.
things. These
I
bad
got
boys.
those. I still have those.
I use those all the fucking time.
I use mine every day.
Mine are getting pretty
Mine's in the barcade.
There we go.
Be ready for this stuff.
I need a darker liquid in it, but
I see it. I see it.
Yep, Carrie D. Yep.
Has their name on it and everything. That's great.
Bardelli, I gotta tell you my NES story real quick.
I want to hear your NES story.
So I had one same thing. Everyone had one, but me.
Yeah.
And now my low middle class family. So everyone had one, but whatever. So I had really, really wanted one. I was a kid with the Sears catalogs. I was always circling shit and whatever. Anyways, I'm looking. My parents are in a different room. They're home. At least my dad was, if I recall. And he's in the other room, and I'm snooping through their bedroom, and I'm looking under the bed, and I see it's not even wrapped. It's fucking Nintendo. I'm like,
oh,
and I just yell out, Dad, there's a Nintendo under the bed. Because back then we didn't call it NES, it was Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo.
And I'm like, there's a Nintendo under the bed. He's like, oh, that's just an empty box. Don't worry about it. So what do? Fucking pull the thing out? No,
it's got something in it.
It's heavy. It's got weight.
And my dad's like, shit.
Yeah.
They still wrapped it, but I'm just like,
How old are you, Jim?
I was like
30.
6 or 7.
30.
That was last year.
Yeah, exactly.
That was earlier tonight.
Story like that is so you. I could totally.
And by dad, you meant Carrie, right?
Yeah.
So what happened, Jimbo? Did he wrap it? And
They ended up wrapping it, but they were laughing. My parents were laughing because they were like, "He knows what it is, Don." My dad's name's
But you can't
Jimbo,
play with it until Christmas.
You hook that fucking white and red wire, or is it white and red wire up to your TV, your coax for the first time. Put in your Super Mario Brothers, and you're just like.
So that was the great thing.
I have video footage. So the same year, I got the NES, we got a puppy, Brandy, our beagle, Carrie, and I have video footage. We didn't take many
What's
home
a beagle,
videos.
Carrie?
We didn't have a video camera. So my mom worked at the university, and she would rent a video camera, or rent. They would let you could check out a video camera, and so every once in a while we'd get the full VHS, like the full size VHS tape camcorder camera. And we don't have many home videos, but one of them is from that Christmas, and it's me sitting on the floor with our CRT that you didn't have a remote. You had to punch the keys in. They're like chiclet keys on the TV. And me playing Super Mario Brothers with our little puppy sleeping on my lap. And my mom wanted me to stop playing so I would play with the dog because they're recording video. And I'm like, no. And so I paused the game. Okay, I'll play now. And I'm like, can I get back to my game? And she's like, aren't you done playing? I'm like, no, I paused it. Come on. Like, I'm out. Yeah, Carrie's seen it. Yeah.
Okay, what was your first couple games that you got? I got, of course, Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt.
Zelda.
And 1943. That was the other game that I got.
Oh, so arcade talk here. My first purchased game other than
is an arcade game.
So the Nintendo set came with obviously Mario and Duck Hunt.
Oh.
My first purchased game came from a used rental store. Where you remember when they started selling used video games at VHS.
Oh yeah,
rentals,
Pick Your Flicks or whatever.
Stores.
Yeah.
So the first game I bought just blind was Q*bert, the NES port of Q*bert.
Nice.
So that was my first game.
And you never heard of Q*bert before that?
Nope.
Who hit that bell?
Wow.
That's a winner.
No, so many games. There's so many arcade games that I. So, for instance, Carrie's got Circus, one of my favorite games now in her arcade black and white game, right?
Mm-hmm.
My introduction to that was
Clowns for the win, but okay, Circus.
It was called Circus. It's called Circus Atari on the 2600.
Oh,
I had it on there.
I had that. Yeah, I love
and
that
I
game.
played the fuck out of that. I still can hear the sound effects,
You used the paddle controller, right?
You did, yep.
Yeah.
And when you'd hit the balloons, it'd go, it'd make this like really like low bassy sound. But fucking, I play the shit out of Circus. That's
wait. Games. Does it make that sound in Circus on the Exidy version?
No, it makes a popping sound.
Yeah,
it's got better sound.
Okay,
effects.
yeah. It's just like Clowns then.
And it's got the best deep bass sound. You could hear it probably, like, even if you turn that volume down to the lowest setting, you could probably still hear it. The neighbors could probably still hear the bass on that game. So,
yeah. I have a Clowns and a Circus. One time I had 2 Clowns and 1 Circus. Barbie has my
That
Clowns.
sounds pretty kinky.
Yeah, but my Clowns
sounds like code word for
I've never been able to get it to work properly at all. Honestly, it's kind of.
I fucking love Circus.
Oh, you guys are like
it's a panel game.
I picked up a non-working Clowns and a non-working Circus, like within 5 miles of each other in New Jersey, which is like way far from my house. And me and my buddy Shawnee like freaking Tetrised it so that we fit both a Clowns and a Circus in my Dodge Caravan, Carrie. Not Toyota.
Like they calls you out.
Caravan.
I know, right?
That's
because you didn't get
I
a
got
Dodge
both of them
with
back.
an arcade
And
vehicle.
the funny, I wish I had a videotape because the guy that sold me the second game, the Clowns, me and Shawnee are like moving it around. He's like, "There's no way you're fitting both of these in here. It's not gonna happen." And it fit.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I got my Circus from Sean from Fetish Boy. And
Oh,
because
yeah.
I
That's right.
played it over at his place, and he
Yours
had
works.
two of them. Yeah, mine works.
And he gave her some custom art that he drew himself.
Yeah, he did. I still have up on my. Yeah, he it was so cute because he packed it really nicely, wrapped it up in
Sean,
plastic,
yeah.
and he drew a circus like with a
All
little
right.
clown.
Who
with
here
his-
prefers black and whites, and who here prefers non-black and whites?
I was
I like
gonna
black.
say
Black and
black-
whites. are
Let's
my
not get
favorite.
racist here.
I
Come
know.
on, this is a
Do you like
family
color? Colors?
gonna
No,
say
I
there
know
isn't many
Elon
black
Musk
and
likes
whites.
black and whites too.
So I have-
He just wanted me to say I like colors.
Me and Adam here. We're the black. and
Mark, we
white.
can't see that. You're blur.
Hey,
I
Dave,
know.
nice
What's
shirt,
up?
by
I
the
know
way.
those
I didn't
blur
notice until
backgrounds
now.
just mess
Let's
things
just
up.
play
I got
Barry.
this.
I
I
play
prefer
Barry.
the,
Yeah, stand up.
How's
I
that?
want to see the.
There we go.
Oh, that's.
There we
Hey,
go.
perfect.
Deadly
Hell yeah.
disc.
What do you got there,
big
Muck?
television. Oh wow!
So Tron Daily
Nice.
Disc for Intellivision.
Oh,
This
nice.
has my old scores in it too.
Wait,
That
I
box
pinned
is
you.
well
Let's
preserved,
show
by
it.
the way.
Whip it out.
That box is well preserved.
Whip it out.
Wait, what are we talking about?
So
They made three different Tron
my high
games for
score
Intellivision.
is almost 6 million.
Is that a world record?
Wow.
Yeah. But I like these little overlay things that go for the discs that fly out.
They're they're
wow.
awesome. Some of them
And the
have
middle
the
one
coolest
is the
little
block
art.
button.
They're
Yeah,
rad.
you press the block just like in the arcade
And
disc.
he does
Tron Daily disc. Yeah, he holds up
Yeah.
the disc, and you
Yeah.
can move it around to deflect. You just can't deflect below you. So the key is to keep everybody above you so you can deflect there.
And when it hits it, the disc kind of flops away.
Oh, it makes a cool sound. You deflect, it destroys their discs for about a couple of minutes or so, and then they come back. But yeah, that was a really fun game for
So,
what
Mark,
it was.
I mean, obviously, you're in a television guy too, because you just pulled out the fucking thing.
my old game.
Wow. So was that your main system, or was that just short lived?
Well, when I was growing up, that was my first system. I didn't have an Atari, so I had my choice. My parents said, "Okay, for Christmas, a game system. Do you want?"
It's like we're paying rent.
He saw the commercial with the television guy. Which of these games look more realistic?
I mean, I
George
probably told
Plimpton
this
or whatever his
before.
name
Like,
was.
I
Yeah.
wanted a 20.
Those are in half of Carrie's commercials in the
But my parents
garage.
bought us a ColecoVision.
So
ColecoVision
that was
awesome.
ColecoVision came out after I got the Intellivision,
Yeah,
and I would
but
because that was so much closer to the
But
arcade.
you know what? The downside was. What was the downside? Is that
ColecoVision?
everybody on my street had Atari. I could borrow the
Yeah,
cartridges.
you can't borrow
They were
any
expensive. They were
cartridges, yeah.
expensive. So
Right.
as
Yeah,
soon
that
as
was-
soon as ColecoVision came out, the expansion module, I remember
Yeah.
it was like $90.
Oh,
I
yeah,
begged
and
my
you could
friends-
play-
Atari cartridges.
Yes,
And
because
Intellivision
no
had
one
one too. You could play Atari.
Yeah, we
That's
wanted
where I
to
played
play because
a lot of things.
we had so many kids on our street, we could
This
borrow
is-
cartridges.
Can someone explain to me why
Well, that looks
television?
great.
This is
or
Carrie's
the
arcade as it
boxes
stands.
last like
Awesome.
no one has boxes.
Beautiful,
for
Because
Jim.
they saved them for the
ColecoVision.
overlay.
No, they
Lauren
don't.
said that.
That's beautiful.
Amazing.
So there's the vapor.
Yeah.
There's our stenciled
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man labor of love. Holy
Cloak and
fuck.
dagger.
Wait,
so-
whose place is this?
This is
Carrie's.
Carrie's place.
Garage.
Yeah, that's
Man,
awesome.
this
then-
is bullshit.
I
Looks
love
really
your
good, Carrie.
That TV in the back there, that's the project I did where it plays all the commercials like in
Oh, that's
television.
right. I
stuff.
remember
Beautiful.
you
Wow,
found
nice.
that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But
And
the
then,
LCD,
and then
right?
I'm hoping we'll put her neon signs I gave her out like somewhere for the pinballs up here. I got her a Stern and a Bally pinball neon sign, and yeah, so
That's awesome.
Man,
Lot of
that
fun.
place looks amazing.
So I'll explain why
I just had to
ColecoVision
gloat a
boxes,
little
why
bit.
nobody
Yeah.
why
Oh,
nobody
nice.
has those. Because my friend
Warren
had
says because
ColecoVision. The
people say the
boxes,
overlays.
because this is like you could keep your games in, right? Because it has a
And it's easy
place
to
for
open.
the
They open
game
up
here.
different.
Oh,
So
there we go.
Coleco only had a top that you opened up. You take
Yep.
the game out. People
Yep.
would just throw.
Yeah, because
store the
all
game
I
in
remember is
there.
just ripping the damn box
Yeah,
apart.
because
to
it
get the
only
game.
opened up at the top, so
Frenzy.
you wouldn't want to store it. But this would hold your overlays because
You're missing the little
ColecoVision didn't
plastic
always have
inverter.
overlays.
Just
you
a
know?
better
You need the
design, I
overlays.
guess. A
For
better
most of the games, you
design.
needed the overlays too.
The-
You
Yeah,
don't need
certain
the
ones you did,
Coleco-
like some you didn't, like Space
Some
Armada.
you
You
did,
didn't.
So
you know.
kind of.
so when I was a kid, when I
Baseball
was
you
like,
do.
I used
But
to
it's
for
definitely
many
baseball.
years, even
Sea
going
Battle.
into high school,
Sea
once
Battle,
a year
yes.
I'd pull out
That was a
the
game.
Atari because it was still in the box at my parents' house. We'd store it in the original box. By the way, my dad bought it. He worked at J.C. Penney's back when they had a sporting goods and toys department, put it that way, and that's how he got it. And and there's 3 or 4 price tags on it that are crossed out where they marked it down before he bought it. It went from like $150 down to like half that price. in these price markdowns. So I still got the box, and we would store it there. And for years, I would I would pull it out once a year, hook it up to their TV just for nostalgia reasons, and play it. And both controllers at some point stopped working. Now, like if I had the knowledge I have now, I could probably just fix them. But back then, we're like, shit, we can't play any of these games. We can hook it up, but we don't have controllers. Radio Shack was still around back then, and they were doing a closeout sale, and they had third-party Atari joysticks. I still vividly remember my dad and me looking at each other with a gaping mouth. Well, we could play our Atari again. And I'm like fucking in my teens, but we're still like, holy shit. And so we bought two joysticks to use, and they were those big, like almost like flight stick style joysticks
those
with the
big
top buttons. Not like the original. I remember those fucking original joysticks though, and you'd beat the fuck out of them so much that the top would start, the whole like
the rubber part would pop.
The rubber
off.
part would all just like slide right off, and then you're like, what the hell am I doing?
My friend's Atari joysticks, all the rubber things always fly off, and you get all excited, all playing.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's just
I've talked about that. We had the Atari.
Nice. That brings back memories.
We had the Atari 400 growing up, and it was I don't think it was called Track and Field, but it was a game like Track and Field on the Atari.
The decathlon.
Decathlon, yeah. And so the running, you would have to wiggle the joystick. And that happened so much. The rubber would pop off, and then like my brother.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah, my brother.
Ben, thanks for subbing in for me tonight. There,
no problem.
I appreciate it.
I think my brother heard from somebody at school, like you put a couple drops of like vegetable oil down in the plastic, and it like goes way faster and smoother, like the plastic, because you're rubbing
faster, smoother.
Yeah, but I distinctly remember like the look on my brother's face when he would like be going at it. I'm like, ugh, like he's all, like his tongue hanging out, like.
We need a screen grab of cats.
Heard that. I used to do that with my brothers all the time with the decathlon on the 2600.
Yeah,
we would take the rubber off as well and just use the plastic.
I was pre Yankee Your Wanky, and he was right in the heat of Yankee Your Wanky, so he was like the master at that. Game,
when you took the rubber off, it was like a plastic straw tube.
It was white,
and it dug into your hand without the rubber.
Yeah.
You had to have the rubber thing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't comfortable.
And the top edge was sharp.
I'm just picturing someone clipping this on YouTube and out of context and being like, "What's this show about?"
I just remember on the episode of Knight Rider, there was a kid who was controlling Kit with the fucking Atari joystick.
Oh yeah, I believe.
Remember that kid?
And then you hear the Atari sounds of Pac-Man.
Yeah, like the Pac-Man. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They used that soundbite for any video game any kid was playing for like 20 years.
Yeah,
they would never update that shit. It was always the Atari
it was
Pac-Man.
the free soundbite or something.
Dang, 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 dang. Oh God. Awful.
Awesome.
Oh, I love having all these administrative privileges. I just renamed Adam to Bank Panic. I didn't realize you could do that.
I guess I can't rename you.
You should share. Do you have the Bank Panic marquee that our friend Warren made?
That's
a good one with Bartelli.
That marquee is awesome. Yeah, I prefer the one the Ikarri Warriors one, but
this can't be ignored about Adam. The last Grinkfest, Adam got the GAC award, and
he did.
He is.
Oh yeah.
He's like not a violent person. He's super fun. He just gets like, he has a good time. I'll just say
we've all me and Carrie.
I pretty much hang out with Bank Panic the whole time, and we were playing the baseball pinball game, like Slugfest or whatever, and he was crushing it, and he was crushing it, and he hit a home run, and literally was like. He was so excited. He took 3 steps back and lost it and took out like 3 tables. It was amazing. And that was at like 9:00.
What's so classic about him though is he won the award, but because he's like so hammered, he lost it. Like he just like left it somewhere and lost
he
it.
literally
That's,
like physically lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so upset about that.
Yeah, well, I lost my volleyball championship shirt for the same reason. So
Partied a little
It's not
too
the-
hard
it's
that
not
night.
the same.
Yeah.
Not as
yeah.
prestigious.
And to the point that I discovered it when I got home, drove all the way back long after they had closed to look for it. Never found it. Long story short, one of my teammates, I'm like, take a high quality picture. I'm going to have that shirt made because I was so bummed that a lot.
There you go. Make a duplicate.
Right.
Yeah. But I was so bummed about that. Anyways.
So speaking of old systems, I originally had the 2600 as a kid, and I had the case you could get that you could put your cartridges in. It looked kind of like a record player with the top.
Yeah,
and
I have
mine was a little kitty suitcase because we didn't.
Yeah, we kept ours in a freaking box. Yeah.
Yeah.
So later on, I graduated to an 800, which I still have in a box somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just found last week my 800 XL.
Oh.
800 XL, nice.
Oh,
And that's what's hosting this show, everyone. As we
Yeah, there we go. It's right here.
It's being used at a
Wait,
donut
Brian,
shop.
Brian, let me see that one more time. I was a little slow to pin you. Wow,
But
that's
yeah, that's
cool.
That's the
That
best
was
one.
like-
That's the best one to get.
Cool.
That thing is in pristine
know
shape.
my,
It's
From
in
the
good
thing with a
shape.
diaper.
One of my
So-
neighbors had, I don't know if it was a 400 or 800, and it blew my mind that they would load games up from a cassette.
Uh-huh.
100
Yeah, isn't
had
that
the
wild?
membrane keyboard, and the 800
the
had
400
Yes.
Yeah, 800 had the real keyboard. Yeah, you'd hit play on the tape. It would start to load. You could go get your lunch.
An hour and a half later.
It's like a
Yeah,
dial-up
those
modem.
Later,
we
your
had to
game is
wait.
loaded. Maybe. But yeah, I also bought this Pico cart, which
You had to
can
do
load.
that every single time you wanted to switch a game. You had
I
to
know it's insane.
put
Yeah.
a new tape, and it wouldn't just store it to the computer. It didn't have memory for that. You'd have to dump it and then put a new tape in and rewind that tape and then
I'm
play
a little
it.
bit younger than you guys. My
Still to
friend
this
in my
day, it
neighborhood,
blows
he
my
had a
mind that
floppy
that
drive
was
with all
data.
bird games
Yeah.
like playing
On a
Summer
tape.
Yeah.
On a tape.
On a tape.
It was
It
weird,
just
right?
kind of blew my mind because
Right?
I'm like, I
It's
dissociate
still-
music. Like it's like it's just playing it back. Like
Yeah.
of course, like now it's like of course that makes sense. But
Yeah.
as a kid, it's like what? That's like a record producing a picture on your screen. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Still doesn't
Still
make sense.
Thank you,
Dave.
Mark.
Dave, those floppy disks. That was like the very first like mega piracy of gaming.
Oh, don't copy
Like,
that floppy.
Once you had floppy
Um,
disks, it was like someone cracked the code somewhere. I don't know. I it's beyond what my skill set was, but I just remember my brother having like dozens of disks.
Yeah,
of,
my
like,
a
games
guy in my
copied.
neighborhood had it. That's where I saw Summer Game. I couldn't believe he had all these games.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, wow. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I just copied it.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I was just amazed at the graphics because I didn't have the
And
computer.
and the games were like arcade, but they weren't like they had a different
Yes.
name for it,
Yeah,
but
it
it was
was Summer
close.
Summer
Instead of
Olympics.
Pac-Man, it was
Playing
Puckman
diving
or,
and stuff. I thought it was
Muncher
amazing.
or something.
And from
Yeah.
what we were used to, it was like arcade quality.
Yeah, it was
Playing
pretty
home,
good.
Looking at it now, it's not. But back
Do you
then,
remember?
it sure
Do you
seemed
remember
like
the
it.
Apple II's version of Choplifter? How awesome that was!
I
mean,
remember.
God, it was cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
some great stuff.
That's
there.
when I
Remember,
like, somebody had a
Castle
Commodore and I played
Wolfenstein.
Ball Blazer, which is the first.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Which
that's
we-
the
that's-
old one.
that's really good on the 8-bit Atari computers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was we played.
I
on
have the.
Well, it's on my.
That's got the-
my
that's got the
this guy
Pokey in it,
Warren
right?
made
The
the
cartridge.
Simpsons meme for my son, and we've got the Ball Blazer on there. I played at Warren's. I love. That's what Coin Rejects. That's their music they end their show with is Ball Blazer,
Mm.
which is it's still a cool fucking game.
Definitely. Yeah.
I love it. I can hear the Dragon's Lair demo in the background there.
So this Tron anthology, does someone put all
I
the
just-
3 games on one card and then made a little cartridge
Four.
for it?
Apparently, there's a fourth game.
Oh,
they put
that's
on there.
right. Yeah, there was.
I didn't even know the fourth one.
Wait,
was
there was-
Adventures of Tron? There was one
Adve-
called Adventures of Tron, which is on the back of it. It's
There
kinda
was
wild.
Tron Mazatron. There was Tron Deadly Discs and Tron Solar Sailor. Those are the 3 for
Those are the
Intellivision.
only 3.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
only had
there was
3
some
games.
other.
Atari
on the
had
back.
some other ones like Adventures
the
of
fourth-
Tron or something like
The
that.
fourth one's on the back there. Adventures of Tron. I don't know if that was a homebrew.
That
was Atari.
Yeah, maybe it's the Atari port.
That's
then?
the Atari port. From N Network or whatever it was.
Yeah,
M Network was Mattel, so I don't know.
Yeah, M Network was Mattel. Yep.
They just changed the name, but yeah, that was the Atari. I had the IntelliVoice. I think Brad, you had it too, right? We played a Tron Solar Sailor.
Yep. B-17 bomber.
Yeah.
I did 2600 changer as well.
They're still making a ton of homebrews for that.
I still have all my floppy disks. Look at this one.
What's that?
There
What
you
game
go.
is that?
It says Print Shop. Remember Print Shop? X-rated
Print
Uh-oh.
That's crazy. What do we? I mean, most of them won't work. Look at all these floppies. These are all 5 and 4.
They didn't work when they were supposed to work.
Blake, nice set of floppies you got there.
Have your friend come over. Okay, we're gonna go play Choplifter. Okay,
Hey, Gleek, are they all notched with a hole punch?
A lot of them are. Yeah, actually, you actually see it with the knot.
I seen it.
Yep.
You got summer games in there?
I do somewhere. Yeah.
No, that's a bad.
Mike, was it you that
everyone in
the
middle
two
school
hungover
hated me because I'd
beverage?
go over to their house and I'd break all their
back in the day.
Me and Carrie still use them to this day.
Oh no,
they've rebranded like 3 times.
Yeah,
but
they changed their name and stuff. Yeah.
No, we use them almost every weekend.
Really?
We cash in our drink tickets on the weekends, as we say.
That's awesome.
And
they
and
work.
We basically have a subscription.
I just don't drink to that level anymore.
It's mostly a lot of times it's insurance for us.
Yeah.
But you get to that level where it's like it comes a crutch. And it's like,
They still taste.
Actually, Jim, I still have the disc notcher.
They still taste, as Carrie would say. Say that your phrase, Richard Simmons.
Simmons.
That's my phrase. I do use it.
Yeah,
Richard Simmons's jockstrap. Yep.
It's tough and short.
I like to refrigerate them.
We're basically just cheaper drunks now, so it's like we don't drink as much as we did, but it doesn't take as much to get you there because we don't drink.
We basically Saturdays and Sundays is when we have we're good Monday through Friday for the most
Yeah,
part.
that's kind of me too. I try to stay good for the week and.
Yeah.
Weekend warrior.
Exactly. Yeah. Saturday is although
and then we like our cocktails, which are high octane usually, and so it's like what? But you want to keep that feeling going, and
What's the new name of that drink now? What is it?
And now it's Drink Aid.
Drink Aid.
One word. Yep.
Yeah, remember we used to ship them to Grinkers and stuff.
I ship them to Leo for every Sneak Fest.
Wow. Yep. I know.
Yeah, Leo. By the way, Leo was going to be on tonight, but his dad just had knee surgery. Is in a fair amount of pain, so he's staying with his folks. But he's doing well. He's going to be on tonight, but he
should have invited Time Runner too.
I thought about it, but I was like, I was going to stick with the OGs, but. But since Gleek's on,
Time Runner was on.
He's
an OG.
Yeah, I know. On pretty early.
I'm just pushing buttons, seeing what happens. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Time Runner posted his environmental Tron Deli or not Tron Deli Discotron.
Yep.
And you know how I have my animation in the background for that I did the recognizers flying around stuff. So I posted that on TikTok or something, and I post, "Oh, that's an awesome background," something like that. He goes, "Yeah," and then I said, then I posted, "Yeah, I created that background," and I had someone arguing with me, "You didn't make that."
Really?
Yeah. They didn't believe me. Like, no, I animated that.
Gee, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Mock, why don't you text Time Runner right now and get him on here?
Yeah.
Let's settle this argument.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Blowing up his phone.
DFB over here is telling us he's getting tired. He's getting sweepy. And
no,
he's going to bed.
DFB.
Yeah, I'm getting.
Hey Jim, I just texted Mark. You don't have to.
No.
I have
Fight him
cancer,
out. Like it's open to anyone.
And we lost.
It's very valid, Dave. It's very valid.
We lost plutonium on my tank. You got too sleepy too. He was falling asleep right on here.
I mean, fuck! It's 1:00 in the morning. People probably won't join.
It is, Dave. It's late. But I'm just upset because right now on this thing, Dave has the best arcade that's sitting behind anybody.
Yeah.
What do you call this?
Maybe
Look at all these deer mounts.
Maybe if Gag turned his chair a little bit, he might be able to
Gag's
beat,
got
but
the
not as it
biggest.
sits right now.
There's
Let me just go walk behind me to my arcade.
There's a turkey tail, a couple turkey tails there.
Leak,
No,
did you
Dave,
already reach out to Time
Dave,
Runner?
your arcade looks amazing, by the way, buddy.
Thanks,
Amazing.
thanks.
Yeah,
I know,
turkey
maybe they
like
could straight
alive
job
this
on
year
that for a second.
It's amazing.
I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous.
It's
From the
actually
arcade
pretty
repair
awesome that
tips.
most of us are still in the hobby, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Well, I'll
point
tell you
there,
what.
Brad.
You want to burn out of the hobby? Go operate games. That's all I
That's
gotta
the
say.
thing. That's what I think would happen to John.
What happened to John?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Happened to
like,
me, yeah.
I'm tired of this.
I'm still in it, but man, I'll tell you,
Too much.
there are
It's too much
certain
to
days.
record and run a business. And
You know, still to this day, though, the one thing that blows my mind is when I'm working or helping Carrie with a project on her games, I'm in such a better mental state, and I'm like, I rarely. I don't want to say make a mistake, but I rarely don't.
tell you the RAM here.
I always
I know.
do much better
Paperboy.
working on her games and helping
Than
her
your
with
own.
her stuff than my own.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
reason, when my own shit
That's a
breaks
good thing.
down,
Great,
my
Carrie.
mind just goes. And I'm like,
Well, I'll
and I
tell you what,
panic.
Jimbo, come to my house and it'll be sublime for you. You know, you'll reach nirvana. at
Oh,
my house.
I got a story to tell you about her Lord of the Rings
Super
pinball
sprint.
machine. This a good lesson that I learned too about.
Keith has sold us
Oh,
720.
all those medium reses in a row.
Yeah,
Look,
wait.
Error.
To the error. Just,
It was working
you
when I
figure
turned
it
it
out.
on.
Gak, have you learned nothing from this show?
Wait, Gak, can you
Yeah.
show us where you keep the cookies?
Asteroids.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that.
Marks down.
By the way, this isn't Gak's place. This is his parents.
At
By
least
the
he
way,
has
I
lights.
repainted my arcade like in
Beautiful.
2019, 2020.
Oh, that's great.
And then I got a mini split air conditioner set up.
Oh,
in
my
there.
parents just got mini splits for their house out here.
They're great. It's great, man.
Yeah.
Great.
It's pretty cool how it works.
So
No
all my
pun
broken
intended.
games. So we got
I was gonna say, and it's cool.
Asteroids Deluxe, Space.
Are those
Duel.
working? Some of them?
No.
Got
no,
asteroids?
no.
Do you really need
asteroids.
both asteroids? Do you really
No,
need
but my dad
I
does.
don't. And I keep wanting to like get rid of one, but
Can't even see on the toilet some days.
But Space Duel's not much
Tempest.
different.
Pick your favorite and move on. for
Exactly.
crying out
Roadrunner.
loud.
Meet.
Little slug.
Slug.
Oh wait,
This has the bit.
what the fuck? Wait,
What is
show
that
me.
piece of shit.
Gag,
What?
go to the right. Show me the metal slug with the Toki bezel that Mock made.
Oh yes, that I mocked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's mine.
Because
Don't worry, Mock. I
Joust.
still have my
That's a Joust
Toki, and I love that fucking thing. Yeah,
Jim,
no,
did you
that's
say Coin
asshole.
Rejects the Toki for that episode? Was that you? They just talked about Toki. Somebody sent them the Toki board and they played it in the. I think they paid them $100 to do it. And they reviewed Toki their last episode.
So,
Oh wow,
No idea.
I like
They
Toby.
reference
That's
your-
another-
they
that's
reference your
actually-
game,
yeah,
though.
that's a good.
Well,
Instead of
you
beautiful.
definitely put your
Look at
time into the
Hunchback.
artwork there.
Yeah,
Thunder
oh
dick.
boy, that was
Dude, I'm so proud of that cabinet,
Oof.
though.
So
That's
my
never
water,
was a lot
my
of
water
work.
heater broke.
A lot of
it
redraw.
was,
I appreciate
leaking. It was all
Oh
messy.
no,
Yeah, so I had to move a bunch of shit around, so it's a big
my
mess.
water heater also broke.
I would put a
Gag?
partition
Mine broke
around
this year,
that water
too. Lauren
heater.
put it the new one in.
Fire.
Oh, roller
Wait,
games
wait,
is
you
a
got
great
3
game.
pins? Oh, you
So-
bought the
Oh,
Freddy?
look at that.
Roller games.
Oh,
is a great
hello. What is coming?
Look at
That's
the
the best
blood on
part
that
of
one.
this game right here.
He
Right
must
there.
work out.
That's got some great
Yeah.
music in it. That game.
Yes. Go
Wait,
for the
is that
wall.
You should
Pepsi
have
Cola?
presented Gag
Wait,
for
Gag,
this.
Gag. Was that-
Yes.
That's
we
Pepsi
got
Cola.
Pepsi.
Oh my god.
Thermos.
Got
Oh,
all these
man.
Game Pro
sponsors.
is mug root beer and slice.
God, it's sponsored out.
Because that was a television show.
Mhm.
It was like
Yeah,
American
yeah.
Gladiators, but
Yeah.
roller games.
That's cool.
And then I got my
Jack-
whatever
oh my
you call
God.
those replicators up
The New Wave Toys.
there. Yeah, replicades.
I just got my
Yeah,
food
so I
fight
have
not so long
a
ago.
nightmare. By the way, Jimbo and Carrie, your outfit was awesome for Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
that
my
was cool.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
cool.
that was good.
First time ever I've invested into a
Oh,
costume.
everyone has a fire escape.
and yeah,
Mhm.
some guy in Buffalo, like
I know.
all, shystered us all out of a bunch of money for this
Yeah,
game.
it was great. Having a bunch of games.
He had more than
Claiming
he
that
could
they're
do.
rare.
Posters here.
Seems
So
like
a
a that one.
BMXer friend of mine made this, and he signed it, and
Drew
his
Dick
name's
on it?
Psycho.
Oh.
So
That's
he
cool.
was selling these. This is like number 1 of 43 that he was selling. It's like old school stuff.
You got numero uno, buddy.
Popping bikes stuff. So this is like there's a skull on the stem there. That was one of the things I talked about with him way back in the day. And see how his hub says GAC on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was cool.
So yeah,
I love that. That's
wow.
Cool.
So and then
you had a fan that liked you so much. He
There's
he was
Warren,
part of
bad friend Warren again.
This was early on.
That's Warren again. Look at that.
Yeah, Warren made that for me. We all had our own. Well, there was talk of us each having our own. What do you call these garbage house kids? Yeah. So he made a few for some of us.
COVID
there's
Chris
the prototype poster.
Oh yeah.
There's like a play field of a Star Wars.
Memories.
Yeah, that's very much like Carrie's
first
Arcade
snap.
has a lot of that.
This was that XY thing at PAX. I helped put
the
on.
Vector Challenger.
Oh yeah.
We got Grakers.
Oh, I love that one,
dude. From someone that has serious OCD, way to
those
keep those
like,
straight. Look at how like perfectly
organized.
And in
straight.
earthquake country
nice.
too. Impressive.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
the
good
top
use of
two there are
space.
those are the posters that come in the frame, so I haven't put anything in yet. So
Oh,
straight
they're
from
ready to
Walmart
go.
or wherever. And then
which art do you think is the
LA.
best? Which art is the best of all the Grinkers ones?
Man,
I
still think it's that
the War
one.
Games was great.
Yes,
but
that's
the
exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was
War
gonna
Games
say.
21, the Grinkers Grand Palace one.
But
They're
I
all
gotta
great.
say, I
They're all
gotta say
great, but that one's
the
fantastic.
Grinkers 5, that sign that you did for Steve Gack. I was talking about that before you came on with the big bulbs that
It was amazing.
that was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
The ones that dance
texted me
around.
a picture of that. He had it sitting on his table.
I
Steve texted
belong
me
to his Discord group, and he
like
just
couple
put the
weeks
pictures up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think we strapped them up with straps on the back of my pickup truck.
Yes, I saw
forgot
your
about
comment there.
that.
Yeah. We got chicken
I
shit.
remember Slick Nick.
I want a Snacks and Jackson Gack. Make it
And
happen.
so I got my Tron backwards here because I was working on the trying to figure out what the power supply issue is.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you're working on a monitor.
Yeah, I can't fix shit. I'm trying to though. Gyrus, the monitor went out and the chassis went out. So Dylan, aka Tron guy, he's all pat it in a box and ship it to me. So I did, and he gets it and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck? What kind of packaging job is this? Like, it's destroyed."
Oh,
I thought he was
no.
joking. I thought he was joking. He's like, "No, seriously, it's destroyed."
Wait,
So-
Gak, did you just walk by the zookeeper without saying anything about it?
I'll get around to that. It's all.
Oh, okay.
It's because
literally, he's gonna get around to it.
So the
yes, quite literally.
Satan's Hollow here. So I was working on getting that one working. You can't see anything in here, but
That's
it's but it's
serial
got the
number 666.
Yes, exactly. So they're almost identical between the circuit boards and wiring and everything and Tron. So I was kind of going back and forth, like checking stuff.
I see what you're doing there.
Satan's Hollow was missing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
so I was
you're
like
comparing,
trying to double check and make sure.
Yeah.
I almost have it working, but it's been a few weeks, so I just haven't. Yeah, there's a zookeeper tucked in back in there.
Just hiding there, just hiding with some Cubert.
We got Double Dragon. Yeah, so this Cubert, I bought it. It was converted to Time Soldiers.
Time Soldiers.
And here's the other.
Carrie's favorite game.
Carrie's favorite game. Yeah.
She loves it.
Give me that. Gak, I want those joysticks.
Nice,
Gak.
Mock. You were on the same
I
wavelength.
remember.
I want those
like,
joysticks.
I don't know, a dozen of
Somebody
these or so.
who needs those
The
joysticks?
rotaries.
I've got like 5 pairs of those joysticks.
Yeah, sad thing is
Yeah,
that
I got a bunch
nowadays,
too.
or at least like 2 years ago, when it was at the peak, you could probably sell like a kit for that for
Yes.
like $1,000.
Stupid
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
I don't know if it was
These are
that
above, like,
much,
$100
but it was
each
a
or
lot.
something.
It was a lot.
I've got
Oh
a
my
like
god,
5
the
sets of those.
LS31s or
I
whatever.
got the Cubert stick and the Milestar ZooQ and the control panel. So it'll get back to Cubert at some point. But when I got it, so it was Time Soldiers. When I got it home, I opened it up and I'm like, there's an extra circuit board in here. It was Contra. So I'm like, sweet, nice little bonus there. Contra is like a pretty pricey PCB.
Yep.
I got the chiller with the multi-kit in it. And then I got
that was a fun CAX adventure too.
just like an sides of a Discitron
Mail him here.
whatever.
Warn him.
No, why do you have that?
Because, well, there's a long history back there, but a local friend.
You'll hear that story in 3 years, Ma.
Yeah, he picked this up for like $300. He's all bragging to me about it. I'm like, son of a bitch. And then he's like, oh, there's water damage. I'm gonna have he got a DP Twiz repro cabinet. This is years ago. So he paid like $800 for the cabinet and then like another $300 or $400 for the artwork. I'm like, dude, you're never gonna get your money back out of that. It's like hardly anything. Just at the bottom, there's a little bit of water damage at the bottom in the black area. I'm like, it's nothing. Yeah. Like I would just have left it, but he spent $1,300 to swap the cabinet out. He did wind up selling it for a lot of money, but the other thing I did the last year is I got a dedicated circuits for the arcade for the games. So that's a 125 amp sub panel.
Nice.
So that runs the car charger and then all the games. So I have dedicated circuits down here that you can't really see. And then, I got the mini split
nice.
Air conditioner heater there. What do I got here? So there's the pole position. Got missile command tucked away back in here. The poor thing. And then this wacko that was like the same guy that Kerry got the Moon Patrol from. I got the wacko. He was going to destroy this. He was just going to part it out and trash the cabinet. And granted, it's in really terrible shape. But I'm like, man, you can't just throw that away. I mean, it's swollen and there's water damage, but I've got basically all the parts to put it back together. At some point,
someday,
Centipede. I literally got this from my next door neighbor. Oops.
Oh.
Oh shit. Can you get something? Okay. My screen wigged out.
Was it $100?
No, it was like I'm sure they might have wanted more. It was like 2 years or so. I was like, yeah, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. And then eventually the wife, she came over and she's like, yeah, we do want to get it. Because it was like at the front of the garage. Yeah, it's like at the front of the garage. I mean, literally, it's like, it was like 40 feet from where I'm standing right now. Like, if you go out the garage door there,
why haven't you worked on the washing machine, Chris?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Chris! Clean up the dog shit, Chris!
Lisa.
My headphones are batteries are about to die. Robotron, mispacked. This is an empty minefield, but maybe I'll build it up at some point.
With the Windows 95 version in there.
Yeah, well, actually, BitKit has that game in it.
Oh shit!
And it's got all the wiring inside.
I'm so fucking behind on crap. Crafty should have been in here. What the fuck?
The BitKit is awesome. It's got like over 100 games on it now.
And I think he has Ponpoco now too, actually. And that's in an actual Thief cabinet. And the Thief cabinet I have was NATO Defense, I think. So at some point,
you only have two Thief cabinets, just two,
just two, yeah. And then we got Dazzler here. Some weird, oddball game.
That is.
And then DK.
Damn, you have more games than I thought, and that says a lot because I knew you had a lot of games.
Yeah. I mean, I need to get rid of like 2 machines, and then my space works well.
Hey, Gak, were you still looking for
40?
Just as long as everything's working.
All right, so we're doing a NAD.
I need to get rid of this one. This was like an empty freebie project I got. And I was like trying to offer it up for free before CAX. No takers. But it was actually an Arabian.
Yeah, I was gonna say kangaroo, but yeah, Arabian.
It's the same cabinet, Arabian Dig Dug.
It's got a nice speaker.
The same guy, Kevin, at that arcade up in Auburn. He just gave it to me because he was gonna toss it. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. So it's empty. All the side art's stripped, but it was an Arabian originally, and then it was converted to. I don't know, I don't remember what it was called. Some kind of
looks like a vertigo shooter or something. Oh, another Sky Soldiers. Okay.
Yeah. Not Time Soldiers, Sky Soldiers. Yeah. So there's kind of my walk around. And then I got my BMX collection kind of like hanging up on the walls of the bikes I built way back when.
Very cool. Very
cool.
And
then gotta have this up above here too.
Yeah, that's
because that's the best
kind of coming apart.
I have that. Yeah, I have all my frame stuff. Sadly, it's in storage right now. But I had my big old like Grinkers shrine, or of Nat tourneys and Grinkers events and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome.
I wonder how many people don't realize that all of the missile things on there are from actual people that were going to
and locations. That's a
a lot of people I don't
representation
think realize that. That was so cool.
Yeah, because I'm one of two. It's me and Shawnee Fetish Boy from Minnesota.
That was a fair amount of work too.
Remember the big one though that had everybody's icon on it though, so you could see where everybody and who.
We did that.
It was really cool.
It was like an 8-foot by 10-foot poster.
It was one for Steve. Yeah.
High red. Yeah, that was nice.
Had everyone's icon from their location to it.
Bardelli, I like your tree, and you've got the fire escape lit up, and looks very nice.
Well, I have a kid over here sleeping, and my kids are here this weekend, so.
Oh, good. Nothing wrong with that. They like the fish. I've seen the pictures.
I would turn. Have you, Jimbo? Did you hear about this? You heard about the Star Wars, right?
About the fucking
shit.
how the monitor and all that shit happened.
Andrew B actually reached back out to me, by the way.
Oh,
Andy!
Thank you.
And he gave me some pointers. I was in the grocery store and I was like, "What is this number?" But it said like New Hampshire. I was like, I know like 3 people in New Hampshire, or it's a scammer. And it was Andrew B. No, and he was like, do this, do that. If not, it's probably this. Apparently, my y-axis is gone.
Oh.
The x-axis is good because it has a line right here in the
middle. Because it got to collapse. So
but
vertical. The y-axis is not so good, and so I paid him $500 to fix the monitor, which he did because the monitor was dead. It was playing blind, and when I got it back, it was perfect. But you know how vectors are, right? And now he thinks it's probably the game board because it's probably a signal. He told me to like squirt it with some dioxide on all the connectors, which I did. That might help it. Didn't help. And take a bunch of readings and shit, but I don't know how to do that shit. So I'm just gonna send it to him and be like, fix it.
the board, the chassis, the board.
Probably the board this time, and the deflection board. I don't think I sent that. I thought it needed a new flyback, which it did. That's what it needed.
Oh, interesting.
Which sucked because I had the good flyback, but I was pretty sure it was dead from everything that I've seen.
Okay.
And he thought it was going to be something else, and he fixed it, but then
the fact that he even reached out to you this quick, I mean, that's
I got lucky. I got lucky. Super. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, he reached out. He said, try this, try that, try that. If not, send it back. If it's anything to do with the monitor, it's of course on the house, but
I'm just saying,
it could be on the board
good,
too.
Good on him for communicating. Like props to him.
Props to him for sure.
Yeah. Because that's the way it should be. Good customer service. I mean, that's a rare thing.
I know nobody cares, but I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
No, I care. I think that's great that you hate the game
because it's a terrible freaking I hate Star Wars. It's the most boring game I've ever freaking played. I hate it. I bought it because I bought it because someone had this in their basement since like 1985, and they were moving, and it was $1,500. And it's the most beautiful. It's extremely beautiful. I'm not trying to sell it. But I already had a handshake deal.
So to any one of our 10 viewers,
these guys have already heard.
If you want a Star Wars,
this thing was gone. It was
happen.
gone. The guy turned it on. It worked. We shook hands. I sold him a Donkey Kong and a Commando.
You saw me naked.
Back to the game.
Was great.
The monitor was dead. It wasn't playing. It wasn't working. And I was like, "Fuck." $4,000 gone. So anyway,
for now, I mean,
for now,
yeah,
but yeah. It was. I hate this game, and it still sits here and just like looks me in the face every day and just laughs at me.
Bardelli,
I hate this game.
Exactly. Scott, it's so weird to be on this other end where I'm not doing the sounds, but it's all good.
Like, where you're not doing what?
Where I'm not running the soundboard for a change. Yeah.
Oh, right.
But I'm still out of practice anyways. Like there's only been I should have done a top 10. Maybe on my YouTube channel one day I'll do a top 10 best like timed sound effects ever. And one would be with John Jacobson when the one time he joined, and he's like, we're talking about his box set where Seabart had made a box set of his videos, and he's like, when I realized it was a box set of my videos, I was like, and I just happened to hit the soundbite. The like splat sound, like a cut shot, and he's like stunned, like he doesn't know what happened.
Jimbo, check chat.
Oh, nice.
I have that one.
You have it all queued up. Oh, nice. But I'll queue that up here in a second. But fuck. What I was saying though is that I've mentioned this, but if you want to ever do like an event, Bardelli, everyone fly out to Maryland.
No. There's no reason to even come to Maryland. Maryland's a horrible place. Gak's been here. What'd you think, Gak? It sucks.
Pretty shitty.
It's not that great, okay? It's not that great.
I was gonna pitch like we could do an arcade repair party type of thing.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah.
We all drink and maybe fix a few games in the process.
I was gonna say Nat Vancouver 2025, but I don't know if you guys will be allowed up here by that time.
Right.
I'm never allowed up there.
Me and Carrie have been talking for a long time about like we should all just go up and visit you up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We will.
You might not be allowed to come up here soon.
I know, right? Well, I do.
Your arcade still going? Good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just meant with the current president-elect not liking Canada too much.
No.
I actually made it to Canada in British Columbia. I was snuck in there. That's the only part of Canada I've ever been.
Smuggled in.
That's where I'm from.
I'm not allowed. I've been arrested twice trying to go into Canada, so I'm not even.
If anyone's gonna let you in, it's British Columbia.
D-Bart once found the form for me, and he was like, "Here you go, dude. Here's the fucking form." Like he found it in like 10 seconds. It was like,
it's on the CBSA website.
What's that,
see, a pardon form?
Yeah,
I have to have a pardon. I lied to a federal official in Canada.
Yeah, don't do that. They'll catch you every time.
The pardon stuff, like 5 years ago, they were giving out pardons like candy. You should just apply.
Oh, I should have jumped on the train. But Whip, what you didn't understand was
it was
in Montreal, so they were speaking French, and I had to go to court, and they were speaking French. I had no idea what was going on.
I wouldn't be able to speak either.
It was awful. And so they were like, never come back to Canada. And then so I've had my record expunged, and then I went to Mancation with Dave, up there in Niagara Falls, Buffalo. And we tried to go to Canada, and they were like, they held me up, and they were like, "Do you know why we're like looking into you?" And I'm like, "Does it have something to do with what happened in 2001?"
Because I don't remember how.
Yeah, and they were like, "Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, we could arrest you just for trying to come into Canada again. Like you need this form and all this stuff." I was like, "Oh my god."
The way the borders work is weird because when you get to the Canadian border, you're probably already like a half a mile into Canada. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like the border is like there's like a no-fly zone kind of in between.
Yeah. And Gak, you weren't there for that one, were you? That Mancation. But yeah, Shawnee came with me, and he was supposed to be on supervised probation. He wasn't supposed to leave the state of Maryland. And I didn't think they were going to let him back into the USA.
That's what you have to worry about. Is not being allowed back in.
He was on like the bridge for like 2 hours. It was crazy.
Wow. Yeah, usually it's not the Canadian side. It's not being allowed back down is the big problem.
Interesting. All right, boys. I may or may not be back. I'm tucking in my kiddos.
All right.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go. I gotta get up in the morning and go to work.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I don't have to get till noon.
We should wrap it up.
Sure.
Maybe.
All right.
Well, Jimbo just.
Guys, I wish I could have come on earlier, but I had a family engagement that came up.
Yeah.
So I had to take care of that first.
What is it, Christmas or something? There's
we should
Jimbo.
do this more frequently than 3 years, though.
Yeah.
Jimbo, you're muted. We're gonna wrap it up, so you gotta do a closing thing. People.
Oh shit! All right.
How do we do this again?
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming.
I don't have mine. Toodaloo, Elfianson, ciao, Teton Day.
Yeah, we need to get Barbie's warehouse going to get us something regular going there at its warehouse once a year.
Dude,
That's what we need to do.
my God, like that looks so.
Barbie's got
awesome.
I don't know if you guys know, Barbie's got a pretty
dollar
sick collection
beers
again.
No,
but I was there last summer, and
half off on
he's got a nice
sandwiches.
collection.
Steve Barbie?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was there. I was there.
The sandwiches. I miss those sandwiches.
He's done
on
the poker thing.
Too,
he's done.
Yeah.
He's done some regular like tours. Like he's broadcast from there when he's joined, and it just looks like another Grinkers. Honestly, for the most part,
It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But and he was supposed to join tonight, but he didn't. He went to a hockey game.
Well, we'll wait another 2 or 3 years. We'll do another one, and
there we go.
Yeah, we'll
there we go. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and of course, we do one of these every 2 or 3 years. So
wait, is there no Christmas song this year?
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I miss those.
Where's the music video?
So Brad, I gotta tell you, we get asked every year about
Seriously?
a Christmas one point. Yeah.
Ever since and stuff.
The last one we did was 2019, and I swear to you, every year someone in some capacity is like, when's the Christmas video coming out?
Do you know why? Because they're like, there's a woman in this hobby.
So awesome!
I've met other women in this hobby.
Actually, last Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, it was before I flew out, and I was just like, we were feeding Carrie was feeding the dogs, and I'm like, I was on my channel because we were watching some other video, and I'm like, oh, remember this? And we were watching the outtakes. I remember how we were about ready to kill each other at this point.
A couple moments.
Yeah. But goddamn, it was fun. Yeah, it was a labor of love. Like
if you're filming him in July.
Oh man, that 2019 one we started recording, and we recorded the song in June or July.
Yep.
Started shooting the first scenes in, I think, July or August. And the nail biter was we had to shoot this arcade party that we thought our friend Chris was going to host, and he ended up doing it, but there was a disconnect in communication. And so it was kind of like last minute. I had all this equipment. It was this big elaborate thing where I had to set up more lights than I've ever set up before in my life. And he had to muster up all these people because it had to be this big crowd. And
it wasn't Christmas. Some people had to come in there.
No, it's November.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need to be able to edit this. And so I need to and so we were there from 2 p.m. until about 4 a.m. And
Jesus.
To shoot. And luckily we had our buddy Steve Murky, which he was on twice right after the pandemic. Him and Chris Rhodes were. It was Chris Rhodes' house, who good friend of Fetish Boy. Fetish Boy, basically, Sean learns, like, him and Chris are like, Chris is the sweetest dude in the world, but he has super OCD with the restorations. You think Sean's are good? He learned all of his shit from Chris. Chris is like the top dog. He gets Chris Rhodes. He gets his coin doors on his tapper. The coin doors on the inside, the mechs are gold plated. Like that's how far he goes.
So that's overkill.
That's
ridiculous.
That's worse than Tinder.
It's ridiculous. I learned a lot of my monitor shit from Chris. So and Chris is like fucking what's his name? Joe Joe Dirt. He's like this little tiny dude with a mustache. Anyways, sweetest dude. He might as well have a mullet. He doesn't, but anyways, where was I going with this? So I set up all this shit, and we're there the whole day to get these shots, and I'm editing this stuff, and that was by far the biggest production ever that we had ever done. Yep. And it was the big hurrah. Push the boundaries, but the outtakes on that are fucking hilarious. Because like Carrie at one point, she's supposed to hug. It's all about this food fight arcade machine, and she's supposed to turn and hug Chris, because the story is that she was looking for this game. She missed out on a deal, and Chris ends up giving her the game for the same price or less or whatever. And she's shocked. So she's supposed to hug him. Anyways, in the outtakes, we're trying to get this right, the timing right and everything like that. And Chris at one point's like, oh, I get it. So I need to be ready because she's coming in hot.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. Anyways, it was a good time. But yeah, we get, still to this day, we get people asking, are you going to do another Christmas
Because they were good, actually.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh, we got to end off. It's a trilogy. We're not going to do a George Lucas.
Yeah.
We're just going to
unless Disney buys you, and then
yeah.
My order's lost somewhere in
hey,
Wyoming.
I'm grateful that we got all of you guys. I mean, there were a few people that couldn't make it. Leo wanted to make it, he just couldn't. So there were definitely a handful of people that could have potentially made it on here and pushed our capacity. but yeah, I mean, we were at La Playa, a Mexican restaurant. The whole reason why this all got brought up was we're at our weekly Mexican restaurant we go to, and we're just like, and I was just kind of joking about like, wouldn't it be funny if we just did something live and just like surprised everyone? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's been years since we've done a live show.
5 years, I think.
Yeah,
it's been a long time. I actually had the exact same thought when you sent that text. That's why I immediately responded to it.
Yeah, you were the first one. And
yeah, because like, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Like, 5 years went by, and everybody looks exactly the same too. It's crazy.
And it's just like fun to catch up.
I think I've banged.
And we used to do all that.
I dye my gray hairs now.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could make it. I came from my dad's house dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, so I was like, I don't want to say I'm going to make it and I can't make it, and so I just want I'll play it by ear. If I can make it, I'll jump in. But it's just
awesome.
Everyone that joined it's just a bonus. Like, we're just thinking like it'd just be fun to catch up and surprise our viewers and whatnot.
Now that I've got my camera and mic set back up, I might as well just keep doing this.
Right on. All right, everyone.
Thanks.
Fun.
Yeah,
this was a lot of fun.
Thanks
everybody.
our five, maybe 6 surprise viewers, and we'll see you in another few years.
Nice chatting,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.